Hey guys, Magnus Robert here, bringing you another Walking Dead rewrite tier list type video. That's crazy, isn't it? Now today, this was a paid request, okay? A YouTuber or a user by the name of Slyworld kindly paid some real life money to see a rewrite on The Governor, okay? And I am a sucker for a nice donation, so I have obliged, and today's rewrite, or this week's rewrite anyway, is going to be with the Governor as the protagonist, okay? So if you want to see a particular character, why don't you just go down there and you donate $5.99 or $4.99, whatever it was. Yeah, $4.99 will be enough, but if you don't want to pay, that's cool. You can just see whatever I come up with, I guess. Paying is not obliged. Anyway, I need to delete these. I had extra wheels here. Anyway, so basically how this is going to work is the Governor is a part of the Atlanta camp, and I thought this wasn't in the request, but I thought why not? I'm going to add Penny as well. So the Governor and Penny join the Atlanta camp, and I guess they were further close to Atlanta. Maybe they fled to Atlanta early on in the outbreak, and Penny was never killed in this version of the story, and instead Philip Blake, aka the Governor, who eventually becomes the Governor, finds his way to the Atlanta camp instead. And so, of course, he meets Rick and everyone else too. So, the Governor is going to be our protagonist, so we've already decided that here. But I think what we will do is decide which of these characters is not a part of the Atlanta camp and is instead the Governor. Now, this character will make it make sense for their dead loved one. Weird timeline, I must admit, but Miranda Morales is the new Governor, okay? And I guess, flip a coin. Heads, it's Louis. Tails, so it's Eliza. So I guess in this scenario, Miranda is going to become the Governor, and Eliza... What did I say? I've already forgot. I've already forgot. Did I say heads? It's Louis? Oh, whatever. It's Eliza. So in this, if I got that wrong, my mind just went. If I got that wrong, whatever. In this universe, Eliza is dead. Okay, and Miranda is like the new Governor, I guess. She rules Woodbury with an iron fist. And I suppose maybe early on in the outbreak, her and Morales got split up. So she's under the belief that Morales is dead, Louis dead, and also obviously she's got zombie Eliza in her. In her apartment, eventually will be killed by Michonne, I guess. But there you have it. Miranda is the Governor, and the Governor is there. The Governor's in the Atlanta camp. Anyway, who is going to be the Governor's love interest? So obviously his wife, Mrs. Blake, is already dead. We're gonna continue that as a Now, A, we need to remove Eliza, but that's nice. And B, that would not be acceptable because that's a minor, okay? We're not going into that territory. Fair enough. So Jackie is the Governor's love interest. Oh shit, I shouldn't have removed her. Jackie is the Governor's love interest, and that means Jackie now gets immunity for at least till season 3. So very wild. So immune at IATM, and of course Penny Blake is also IATM because I just disagree with ever killing the protagonist's main child. So Philip Blake, Penny Blake both are immune, and Jackie is currently immune as well. Very interesting. I'm liking this rewrite so far. It's very interesting. So then who gets handcuffed onto the roof? Which character is the character who gets handcuffed onto the roof? Ed Peltier? Do you know what? That works. That actually does work. So Ed is handcuffed to the roof, which means he is now put into the standby. Now, in this universe, him and Miranda hadn't met yet, so... But maybe he also... Maybe he talked to Miranda and eventually she figured out that her husband is out there. So maybe she is under the impression that her husband is out there, I guess. But obviously Ed's like, yeah, my family's out there, your family's out there. But I guess Ed becomes Miranda's like loyal right-hand man. This is a wild scenario. Anyway, Does Guillermo... oh, wait. Hang on. Guillermo. Wait. I can't butcher it. Guillermo. Does Guillermo... wait, I feel like I'm doing it wrong. I keep doing it wrong. Guillermo. That's how you say it. I remembered. Okay. Guillermo. Heads, yes. Adds Guillermo. If it's a heads, we add him. Bro never comes. No, he dead. It's because I can't pronounce it. Once I pronounce his name pristinely, people, the RNG, okay, will allow Guillermo to come. Anyway, he's dead. He died off screen. Or he died in the deleted scene. Heads, Duane dies. Tails, he survives. So if we go to Tails here, we get Duane. Heads, he dies though. We never get Duane. Heads, Duane dies. He died. We never get Duane. It's a shame. Right. So I'm going to be introducing a new thing as well to the wheel, which I will talk about in a second. But it's not going to apply for the first 3 seasons because I think that's boring if I do that. But basically, when a character has survived for a few seasons, they're basically going to get like an extra life. So it's like a plot armor. So if Daryl survives for 3 seasons in season 4, I'm only going to start it when we get to season 4. I'm going to add characters who have been there since season 1. They're going to get this thing called plot armor. So I'll just put like plot or PA or something. I'll do PA, right? So that means they get plot armor, which means, right, if the wheel lands on them, they lose their plot armor and then we roll again. That's basically what will happen. But it just allows like a character to potentially have that chance to survive. I don't want to make them immune because I think that's kind of boring. Because I do like it when there's an absolute disaster that happens. But I think it's probably best just to have some consistency with these rewrites that we do like a little bit of a plot armor for... sorry, just double checking my mic was definitely not muted because that would have been a disaster. I always check that first. Yeah, just so that there's a little bit of consistency there is basically why we want to do it. So now we've got Ed's death. So who's going to get Ed's death? At the moment, we're not doing... The only characters who have their plot armor is obviously Philip, Blake, Penny, Blake, and Jackie. Oh my god. So I guess Glenn is in his tent. Why is he injured? Maybe he went on a scavenging mission and he hurt himself or something. But Glenn is in his tent. A zombie knocks on his tent like, yo. And Glenn's like, what do you want now? And then Glenn's like, oh my god. And then Glenn gets eaten and killed. That's crazy. We've already lost Glenn. So that's Glenn gone. Now we've got Amy's death. So which character is leaving the RV asking for toilet paper? Oh no, it's Jim. So Jim gets the Amy death. R.I.P. Jim. And again, like, I feel like this has happened before. And in this rewrite, Amy comes running with the baseball bat to save Jim. Like Jim does in the original timeline. And then this is the Amy death. Oh my god. It's Shane. No, this isn't the Amy death, sorry. This is the Jim death, I should say. So Shane gets bitten, and I guess in this universe, and I think this could kind of work, right? Shane sees that, he obviously loves Rick like a brother, and he's now come to love Laurie as his own, and Carl as his own son, and Laurie as his like girlfriend. And I think seeing Rick and Laurie together has obviously hurt Shane a lot because, he got over the loss of Rick, the loss of his brother, through, bonding with Laurie, and through their grief they formed a relationship, because that's how... And I think that is a beautiful thing, by the way, the fact that they kind of were together. And people like to say, fucking Laurie was cheating on Rick with Shane. Like, no, they both thought that Shane was dead. Like, Shane generally thought Rick was dead, and Laurie obviously believed Shane. So, I think there's a beautiful thing there, right? But in this scenario, after Shane is completely selfless. He sees that, obviously he's mad at first, but then he accepts it. He's bitten, he accepts it, and he says, like, this is the right timeline. And Shane is left by the tree. And I think that's a beautiful end to Shane's character. Not as good as the original, but I like it. I like it a lot. I think that's okay. So we'll put Jim, move Jimmy boy, and then we'll also move Shane. See you later, Shane. It's been nice knowing you. So now I think we'll shuffle a little bit. So Philip, Blake leads the group to CDC. But first, who's going to be looking for their family? So someone's going to be looking for their family or extended family, and they're going to come back later on. Oh, okay. Well, that works out pretty well. So I think we're going to remove Amy. We'll also remove Andrea. And I think it's probably fair to remove Dale as well. So, because obviously Dale is like very close to both Andrea and Amy. He was kind of like a paternal figure to both of them. So I think it makes sense to sort of remove all of them. So where is Andrea? Bro, where's Andrea? Did I already delete her? I must have deleted her. Dale. So we've got Rick, Penny, Philip, Laurie, Daryl, Sophia, Jackie, Merle, Carl, Morales, Carol, Louis, and T-Dog. Yeah. So, yeah, I think that makes more sense to me. And obviously I say to try and remove all the family if needed. And I think removing Dale there works as well. So those three are heading off to look for, I guess, their parents, right? Because their parents are in the Survival Instinct game. Andrea and Amy's parents. Daryl meets them. Spoilers, they die. But that's where they're going to look. They're looking for their parents or maybe someone else. And Dale, obviously, is going along with them, I guess, in the RV. So see you later, guys. They're off. They'll be coming back in Season 8. Have you added Dr. Jenner? I haven't, actually. I haven't added Dr. Jenner. So we add Dr. Jenner. Awesome. Now, next on our list is CDC Explosion. So someone suggested rolling a D4 here instead of a D6, and I think I agree. I think a D6 is probably a bit too chaotic. So I'll roll a D4, so there is always that potential of an extra death, because obviously in the actual finale it's just Jackie and Dr. Jenner who die, but rolling a D4 does allow that number to double, but not like a catastrophe like a D6. Although I did kind of like the bloodbath, so we'll see how I go. I feel like this was kind of a popular decision, like most people wanted it, but I might next episode decide to do the carnage again. We'll see. Well, it's 4 people anyway, so 4 people are dying in the CDC explosion. So let's start off with the first person who's getting killed. So 4 people. The first one is Dr. Jenner. So he's just committing suicide like he normally does. So there he is. I feel like I missed something. Did I miss the Morgan? Oh no. Morgan still needs to come back later on, doesn't he? Oh yeah, of course. I already did the Duane. I feel like I just thought have I done the Duane? Yes, I've done the Duane. So Jenner is 1. Who else we got next? Oh no! Rick decides to stay. Now we'll have to make work sense in a minute. But we're losing Rick Grimes already in season 1. No! No! Why do we always lose Merle? We always lose Merle, I swear. Before we can do anything interesting with him. Maybe that should be next episode. Merle as a protagonist. If you want it, pay for it. Someone pay for it. Now I'm joking. We'll see. We'll see if we might do popular demand. Oh my god, this is a bloodbath. Bro, how are we losing? Like, it'd be nice if it was like Rick and his family. Right, okay, so how do we make this work? I think we'll have to do what I did last time. Alright. Louis goes missing. Morales. Okay, yeah, Louis goes missing. And Rick and Merle are looking for him. Why would Merle care, though? I don't know how to make this work. Right. I need to think of something on the spot, okay? Because I can't leave you hanging too long. Brain activate. Right, let me think. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We need to think of something different than what we did last time. So what I'm going to say is Merle was being a big racist, right? This whole time. And a fight broke out. Wait, no, that happened last time, I swear. Yeah. Merle is okay. Merle is very high on drugs. And he says that the doc is right. Dr. Jenner is right, actually. They all should just give up and die. Because Merle's fucked on meth right now. So he's like, oh, whatever. I don't care. And Rick and Merle have a fight. Jenner's willing to open the doors. But then Merle's like, no, you're condemning your family to a death. And so Rick's like fighting Merle. And he's like, just go. I'll be right behind you. And of course, his whole family run. And they escape. So Laurie and Carl escape. As well as the governor and Penny and all that. And in the commotion, Morales tries to help Rick, but it's too late. He he caves, and he doesn't realize that poor Louis was waiting for him all along. And Morales runs, right, not seeing that his son didn't actually end up escaping with the others, because I guess Daryl forgot. or lost him because he was too concerned with Merle or something along those lines. And then the CDC explodes. Morales realizes his son was inside, and Rick and Merle attempt to escape. Or maybe I guess Rick wins the fight. He beats up Merle, and Rick runs to try and escape, but it's too late. And Daryl this whole time didn't realize that Merle was fighting Rick because Daryl wasn't locked in the main room with everyone else. He was actually locked in the reception area. So when the things broke down, he was just like, he was confused. He had no fucking idea what was going on. And then they all came rushing. He was like, the fucking CDC is about to explode. He was like, where's Merle? Where's Merle? And they were like, he's coming. We need to get the fucking thing open. And so they run. Daryl's like, where the hell's Merle? And they're like, he's behind. Don't worry. They kind of, low-key sort of lie to him. And then, yeah, the CDC explodes. So Morales doesn't realize his son's in there. Daryl doesn't have the full picture of why Merle's in there. Rick attempts to escape, but just doesn't quite make it. And Jenna's just committing Sudoku. So there you have it. That's how all those deaths transpire. Pretty fucking wild, if you ask me. Not the really bad RNG. Can't lie. I do not like the picks, but we'll have to go with it. We made it work. Is it great? No, it's kind of shit. But it makes sense in this universe why Jackie would want to stay along, okay? Because she's fallen in love with the great Philip Blake. So this whole time, Jackie and Philip, okay, they've been embracing their relationship, and Jackie is kind of being a mother to Penny and kind of learning about that. And maybe there actually is a scene, right, where Jackie does want to, stay with the explosion, but the governor's like, I need you, Jackie, okay, you need to be there for Penny. And so Jackie decides to escape. And so you obviously got Carol and Sophia who run too. Laurie and Carl, obviously have now lost Rick. Daryl has lost Merle. And is devastated, and maybe there'll be some rift in the group once he realizes that Rick, obviously there was a fight and they lied to him, and if Daryl had the ability to, he might have been able to go back and save both of them, perhaps, right? T-Dog's there as well, I guess, and poor Morales, who's absolutely distraught. He's lost everything pretty much. Anyway, who is the character who gets shot at the start of the season? So this character gets shot by Otis and is rushed to the farm to try and save because they've been shot. Oh, that works, Jackie. So you have obviously this emotional moment where she's just left the CDC and the governor's like, well, I'll keep you safe, etc., etc. You'll be fine. You won't have to suffer. And then, like, immediately the episode later, she gets shot and she's like on the verge of death. I think that's a fucking good storyline. I think that works. Yeah, I do. Who gets lost and then later shows up in the barn? So let's do that one. So, of course, Governor runs back, and then this character gets scared with the walkers on the highway. It can't work we have to roll again, because Philip Blake is immune, obviously. So we'll roll again. Bro. I feel like no offense to T-Dog, but I don't know if any, like, I feel like, remember that scene with Dale and T-Dog where, like, T-Dog's like, the group do not care about us, okay? I'm black, you're old, we're like the fucking, we're like the side character. Like, he basically says, like, we're the side people, like, no one cares about us because we're not, like, a part of like, any of the families, right? And Dale's like, you're speaking crazy, okay? In this scenario, does anyone care? Does anyone even look for T-Dog? I don't know if they do. Like, no, I'd look for T-Dog, but I don't know if any of these characters care that much. But I guess T-Dog goes missing, and eventually he shows up in the barn, and Philip Blake's like, oh, I guess I'll put him down. Bro, that's why they stay. Yeah, like low-key, Philip Blake is like, Philip's like to the HERSHEL, like, we need to stay. We're looking for T-Dog. We're looking for Theodore. And then they're there just like lazing about in the farm, and HERSHEL's like, I thought you were looking for your man. And Philip's like, what man? Oh yeah, Theodore. Oh yeah, yeah, I'm looking for him. Yeah. Let me just put my martini down, HERSHEL. I'll go look for him today. Yes. Just like it's just an excuse. Oh, Beth, Otis, Patricia. T-Dog deserved better, but I do feel like T-Dog, remember like T-Dog died in season 3 and then no one I feel like the only person who gave a shit was Carol, like, because T-Dog sacrificed herself. I don't think anyone else cared in the group about T-Dog's death. Maybe Glenn. Actually, I think Glenn kind of cared. He mentioned him a few times. No one else gave a fuck though, which was sad. Beth, wait, I've added Beth, right? Beth, Maggie, HERSHEL, Otis, Jimmy, Patricia. Yeah, that's it. Done. So we've got Otis's death. So, of course, like I said, season 4 is when we start doing... I think we could maybe give one character main status in season 3. We might do that. But not for season 2. We're not doing it for season 2. No main characters in season 2, apart from the main ones. The governor and that. So this is Otis's death. Can't be Jackie. Can't be Jackie. Reroll. Reroll. Who gets the Otis death? Jimmy? Okay. That works. So Jimmy gets the Otis death. And then which character is the character that kills Jimmy? I like it. I like it. So, Sophia heads off with Jimmy. I guess she probably didn't... How does this work? Okay, I think in this scenario, basically what probably happens is Jimmy goes off on his own because he's like, no, Otis, you'll be too slow, I'll be quicker. So Jimmy probably goes off his own, but Sophia, like, wanting to be like a little badass, especially after her dad is obviously out the picture, and instead of like Carol becoming more badass, it ends up being Sophia instead. So like Sophia's like kind of toughened up after the CDC incident as well. And, like, the stuff at the attack at the camp. I guess in this scenario, Sophia's just a bit tougher. And so I think Sophia kind of, like, sneaks in the car to go help Jimmy. And Jimmy kind of allows her to come along because she's already there. So he's like, oh, fuck it, yes, you can help me, sure. And then once they're, like, obviously both of them hurt their legs, they're crawling away. Sophia has the gun. And I mean, this is a bit of emotional because she's kind of doing it because she's, like, a scared kid. More so than, like, a cold-blooded, like... kill or be killed moment with Shane. I think Sophia just kind of panics. The zombies are gaining on them, and so she shoots Jimmy and allows him to die. So I think there's a bit more of a tragedy there, and I kind of like that. I think that's a good writing, if I do say so myself. Okay, I think I wrote that expertedly. That's not even a word, but there you have it. Anyway, Jimmy, see you later. Next up, we've got the Dale death. So who? I probably should add a Randall to this list, but I keep forgetting to add Randall. Who gets the Dale death? So who's contemplating Randall, the morality of keeping Randall alive, and then gets jumped? Oh my god, it's Daryl Dixon. So I guess in this scenario, Daryl doesn't torture Randall. He's actually like, do you know what? Randall is probably like very similar to what kind of person I was like. I think he says that about the prisoners, right? Not about Randall, but obviously Randall was a bit of a... But maybe he thinks like Randall's kind of like Merle, and in this universe he knows Merle's dead. And he's like, yeah, Merle deserved a second chance, and this Randall kid deserves a second chance. And Daryl's like, you know, we can just tie him up, etc., etc. Because there is no Dale here, so yeah. I guess Daryl was the one to say that. And the governor's like, listen, Daryl, we've got to kill him. You know, he's... I think we have to kill him. And then Daryl dies. He gets the Dale death. And of course, the governor then honors Daryl by wanting to spare Randall, but then somebody goes to kill Randall, and who is the person who kills Randall? Therefore, is killed by another group member. So this is the person who kills Randall. Can't be that person. But we'll take that role. We'll take that role as Philip Blake is going to be the one to kill them. Okay, we'll do that. I'm going to take that role. So Philip Blake is the one to kill this person, but this person is the person that kills Randall. Fucking random. Otis randomly decides, no, governor, Philip, I'm not having Randall being honoured. So Otis kills Randall, and this is more, like, basically, the governor's like, well, you fucking didn't listen to my command, and I'm in charge of this group now. I'm in charge of this farm now. HERSHEL has given the leadership to me after the barn fiasco. I guess who opened the barn? That's something we probably should also do in these rewrites, because there is no Shane anymore. So who opened the barn? Who had the crash out moment? I don't know, but that's okay. Also, I just want to, before I forget, I want to add something, because someone mentioned this, and I think it's actually a good idea. I'll do it below here before I forget, because I will forget otherwise. Is who loses an arm? Yeah, for the Aaron thing. Anyway, I digress. But yeah, so it's more because the Otis kind of stepped out of line, so the governor kills him for that reason. And maybe Jackie witnesses it as well. Instead of Penny, it's Jackie, and Jackie's like, "Holy fuck! Like, how have you done that to that poor guy? You know, he disagreed with you. He didn't deserve that." And maybe there's like a little bit of a coldness now between these two, similar to the Rick and Laurie situation, right? Anyway, herd attack. So we roll a d4. How many people are going to die in the herd attack at the farm? 1. Oh, so instead of Jimmy and Patricia, it's just one single person. And who will that person be who dies in the herd attack? Bro, it's Carl. No. Carl is ripped apart by zombies, I guess, as Laurie's running away. Laurie and Carl are running away as fast as they can, trying to get away from the walkers. And Carl is ripped from Laurie's hands and devoured in front of her. Very sad. See you later, Carl. Just one. So who then gets separated and saved by Michonne? So this character gets separated from the rest of the group and then saved by Michonne. Can't be Philip Blake, unfortunately, so we have to re-roll. But I will allow it to be Penny or Jackie. That's okay. It can be Penny or Jackie, but it can't be Philip. Okay. Interesting. So in this universe, Maggie gets separated from the rest of the group. Obviously, there is no Glenn in this scenario, so maybe Maggie-Michonne relationship. Maggie gets separated, and Maggie is then saved by Michonne. So, oh, I've put all these people in the missing. Silly me. So, where's Michonne? Yeah. So we end season 2. The end of season 2, we've got the governor, obviously, is alive, along with Jackie and his daughter Penny. Carol and Sophia are kicking still. We've got Laurie, pregnant Laurie, all by her lonesome, feeling very sad because she's lost both Rick and Carl. T-Dog, of course, was in the barn, so he's dead. We found T-Dog in the barn, and we killed T-Dog. So we've also got Morales, who's very sad and depressed. We've got Patricia, I guess, who was also sad and depressed because she lost her husband, killed by the governor. Maybe there could be some tension there. We've got Beth, who's still around, and HERSHEL. And obviously HERSHEL's pretty depressed as well because for all he knows, Maggie is dead. And then Maggie and Michonne are off there, bumping their uglies in the woods, as Merle would say. Anyway, who gets bit on the leg in season 3? So this character gets bit on the leg, and then they have their leg chopped off. Oh, no, bro. Okay. Do you know what? We'll do it. So in this universe, our protagonist, our main character, Philip Blake, okay, loses his leg. I just need to check. It is ILLIP, right? LIP. Yeah, to Philip, I think. I always spell Philip wrong, so one of those weird names. Yeah, so Philip loses his leg. The governor loses his leg in this universe. Has it chopped off, I guess, by... Who chops off his leg? We'll do that. Who chops off his leg? Because it can't be him. HERSHEL? Okay. Interesting. So HERSHEL chops it off. So this universe, yeah, Philip Blake loses his leg, and HERSHEL is the one to chop it off for him. That is actually pretty neat. I low-key kind of like that. I think that works quite well. Anyway, so we're going to do prisoners. So I'm just going to add Oscar, Big Tiny, and Axel, because I don't like doing Big Tiny's death to all those other group members. So, done. So Big Tiny's death. Which one of these characters gets the Big Tiny death? And which one of them... So which one of them basically gets scratched and then beaten to death by Tomas? So in this universe, it's unfortunately Oscar who gets scratched, and then Tomas decides to beat the shit out of him and kills him. And then so we'll add Axel and Big Tiny then to our main wheel. And then now let me just quickly add Oscar to our season 3's death. And then, of course, we have to add Big Tiny and Axel to our main group. There we are. Anyway, who kills Tomas? So which character puts an end to Tomas? Axel. Axel's stepping up to prove his worth. He's like, I guess, I guess who would be the lead? Who leads the charge to clear out the prison? Because obviously Philip is like indisposed. But it can't be Maggie because she's not here at the moment. Reroll. I just want to kind of see like who takes lead. I guess it would have to be Jackie, would it not? Yeah, I'm gonna ignore this. I'm gonna say Jackie leads the charge. So I'm gonna say Tomas attempts to like kill Jackie because obviously like Tomas might taunt her and be like, you know, your man's bleeding out, right? He's the leader and he's bleeding out and you're taking charge. I mean, you're just some like weak, pathetic lady, right? You're just some fucking bureaucrat or some shit. Like Tomas kind of chatting shade to her, and then Jackie kind of like lays the land, like, you know, you'll be out of here as soon as my boyfriend is recovered. Okay, you're fucking out on your ass if you treat me like that, if you speak like that to me. All right, he won't put up with that shit. And then I think Axel, to prove his worth, like I think something happens, like Jackie like scares the shit out of Axel, and Axel's like, okay, listen, I'm not like Tomas. Let me kill him for you, to kind of prove my worth. And Jackie's like, listen, look how it goes. Anyway, who gets the lorry death? Now, of course, Jackie is no longer immune. No, don't be Sophia. I don't like it. So Jackie has lost her immunity. But Sophia gets the lorry death. Now, how does this work? Because Sophia's not pregnant. I guess, little badass Sophia. Oh, wait, no. I've got an idea. Oh, are you ready? So I think that by this point, Sophia admits to Beth, all right, what happened to Jimmy, how she killed Jimmy. And I think when the walkers break into the prison, and obviously Andrew is the one who orchestrated it, I think Beth locks the door to the boiler room and doesn't let Sophia in, and Sophia is devoured for the, like, as revenge for obviously the death of Jimmy. That's what we're going for. Pretty dark shit, okay? Pretty dark shit, but that's what we'll do. So poor Sophia, I don't like it really, but there she is. And then this person is getting the T-Dog death. Oh no, it's HERSHEL. HERSHEL's getting the T-Dog death. Who does he sacrifice himself for? Saving Morales. Okay, that works. So I guess so HERSHEL gets bitten on the shoulder, and he saves Morales by you know, like pinning the walkers to the wall. And then who is the character who kills Andrew? Okay, so then after HERSHEL sacrifices himself, Morales comes in. You know, Jackie's maybe getting over, you know, is getting beaten up by Andrew. Well, I guess at this point the governor would be alive, but I guess the governor's got one leg, so he's on a crutch. So yeah, Andrew's like beating the shit out of the governor, and Morales comes in after, you know, being after just being saved by HERSHEL, and puts an end to Andrew's life. So poor old fucking HERSHEL. We've lost HERSHEL, man. Beth must be in absolute tears. She just put... And actually, no, I like this because Beth was so, like, hellbent on revenge for Jimmy that she didn't realise that her father needed help in that moment. Like, because maybe if she was there, HERSHEL would have been safe. And, yeah, she has to live with that. So I think there's some good, like... It's like kind of like The Last of Us in that way. Like, the revenge is a cycle, okay? There is that kind of nice thing. And I guess also, now, Laurie has given birth to Judith. So we've got Judith here as well. So who just died again? Sophia just died, and Andrew. Rightio. Add Judith. Done. I need to add her to the wheel though. Let me add her to the wheel. Judith Grimes. Alrighty. So what have we got next? Who gets kidnapped? Okay, kidnapped by the governor, of course. Well, in this universe, obviously, Miranda. So this whole time, Michonne and Maggie have ended up in Woodbury, and they've met Miranda. Now, obviously, interestingly, in this universe, they don't know who the fuck Miranda and... What the hell is it? Miranda and Ed are, right? They never met Miranda and Ed. So to them, it's a bunch of strangers. And I think we'll keep it that way. I think the show will be like, don't tell them much about your group, because, like, you know, you don't want, like, but I don't know, maybe Maggie would be. But maybe Maggie is under the impression that everyone's dead, right? Because they would have, like, looked for it otherwise. I don't know. Yeah, we'll say that. So she doesn't really, she says, that, oh yeah, I had a family farm, right? I lived on the farm. Some people showed up and joined us, but that's about it. And so they obviously don't get anything from that at all. They're like, oh, okay, cool. Some people showed up. And then Michonne discovers the zombified Eliza, and obviously eventually kills her. But first, someone has to get kidnapped by Miranda, the Governor Morales. Okay, it does hit Maggie, but it's so close to Beth, and I think that's too perfect. So it's going to be Beth, and who else could it be? Beth and someone else. Who would Beth be with if she was with anyone? Wait. Beth and someone else. I feel like Beth's too perfect. Beth and Laurie? Okay. So Beth and Laurie get... Wait. Could that work really well? Maybe. I don't know. It might have been better if it was Carol. But Beth and Laurie are kidnapped. And obviously, because of the description that was given of Beth, of course, Miranda, the Governor Morales, who is, I guess, now in love with Maggie, and Maggie and Miranda are boning, right? They're bumping uglies, as Merle would say. Actually, that's an Abraham thing. Actually, that's not a Merle thing. They're bumping uglies, or they're pouring the biscuit, as Abraham would say. As Maggie and Miranda are pouring the biscuit, Ed comes in. Where the hell's Ed? I'm so confused. Ed comes in with a kidnapped Laurie and Beth, and he's like, this Laurie chick, okay, she was at the Atlanta camp, the people that left me on the roof, one of the people who left me on the roof, and this Beth person I've now deduced is Maggie's fucking sister, right? And Ed wants to know about his family, if his family's alive, and I guess he interrogates Laurie and Beth, and they're like, I'm sorry, Ed, Sophia literally just died. And Ed, oh my god, wait. And Ed's like confronting Beth because Beth fucking killed Sophia. And maybe Beth breaks down to Ed and is like, I fucking did it. It was revenge. It wasn't right, etc., etc. And then Laurie's hearing this for the first time. And she's like, oh my fucking god, what the fuck, Beth? You did that? Like, I just brought a fucking child in the world. And you, like, I lost my child. And you done that to Carol? You fucking evil bitch. Like, oh my god. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't have said the B word. No B words. But, like, there's, like, evilness. Like, oh my god. Like, I'm paraphrasing, okay? Because I'm playing as Laurie, okay? It's an RPG. I'm allowed to say it. Yeah. And that's what's happening. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. So they're having, like, this internal monologue as they've both been captured, and Ed's, like, fucking distraught because he's like, oh my god, my daughter, but at least my wife's alive. And Miranda's like, I don't care. Both my children are dead. I've just learned that both my children are dead, so I don't give a shit. And he's like, what about your husband? And he's like, she's like, I don't care about him. He failed. So that's what happened. That was fucking intense, okay? But that's what we wrote. I think that's a good story there, okay? I don't know about you. But anyway, we've got the Oscar death. So, of course, they launch a mission to rescue people. Michonne shows up. They launch a mission to rescue people. And, oh, my God. Oh, wait, no. We have to reroll. It's okay. Whew. Just say Carol dies? Fuck me. That's dark. Okay, this is fate. It's Carol. I don't care. It's been close to Carol both times. And I think that's too perfect. So during the rescue attempt, I'm gonna say Miranda coldly shoots Carol in front of Ed because obviously Ed wanted to save her. So I think in the battle, Ed tries to he basically betrays the group by trying to save Carol, and Miranda sees it and shoots fucking Carol dead in front of fucking Ed. Oh, bro, I think this is fucking brutal. So, of course, then Ed defects to the group because they fucking Miranda the Governor Morales just murdered his wife in front of him, and we'll add Milton as well. And poor fucking Maggie has not known about this at all. Doesn't even know that her sister was just captured. Her sister and Laurie were just captured, but they were rescued by one-legged. One-legged. Oh no, wait. One-legged. Sorry, that's the wrong person. One-legged Philip Blake, and I guess Jackie probably tagged along as well. Rescued by them, and yeah, so Ed's now joined, and we've also need to add Milton, which I think I did. Did I do it? Yeah. I just like how I just put Ed. Done. Okay, so then they all return to the prison, and then we have the Axel death. So what have we done so far? So Carol was murdered by Miranda, the Governor Morales. Ed's now joined the group, along with Michonne, of course, but Maggie is still part of Woodbury. Oh no! Oh, that's dark. Oh, that's dark as fuck. So Miranda, as a show of force, just shoots her fucking husband in the head. That's how fucking crazy Miranda Morales has gone. She shoots her husband in the fucking head. Like the last person of her family, just to prove a fucking point. Kills him and attacks the prison, like puts all the zombies in the prison. That is fucking dark, but I love it. Oh my god. This is like a more fucked version of the Governor, I swear. And then this is the Merle sacrifice death. Damn. So, okay, in this scenario, I guess Maggie realizes the person that she's been pouring the biscuit with is a fucking psychopath, and her Beth obviously is there, and Beth is obviously recently, she finds out HERSHEL's dead as well, her father's dead, and so Maggie attempts to take out Miranda, but it unfortunately fails, and is taken out by Miranda the Governor Morales, alright, poor fucking, I mean, Miranda does not care, she took out her husband, she took out her new girlfriend, okay, she's taken out all of her body count, alright, but does Shumpert reform? Odd number, even number, yes, so an even number is a yes, even number, yes, that's best of 2, best of 3 even, so yes, Shumpert does, and does Hamburg flip a coin? So Shumpert has joined our group. He realized the error of his ways and was like, oh my god, fucking brave, stunning and brave Maggie, I'm joining the group. And of course, Ed's joined too. So see you later, Maggie. So sorry you're gone. What was I doing? Oh, Morales is dead as well. Hamburg. Now, obviously you flip a coin, but because we're in a Hamburg mania right now, if you don't know who Hamburg is, he's this random Woodbury guy, okay, who is in the RPG, and I just love his name because he's called Hamburg. It's the most ridiculous, silly name ever, and I think it's beautiful. So I don't care. This time, I'm adding Hamburg regardless, okay? So both Shumpert and Hamburg, okay, have decided to defect to the prison. They've defected to the prison because they're like, Miranda's on a mad one, alright? I guess Milton's defected too, why not? So Shumpert, Hamburg, and Milton have all defected to the prison. Now, normally, you would flip a coin for Hamburg, or don't bother with Hamburg, because I've just added him for the meme, but he is just an extra. He's just literally an extra who gets killed off screen. That's all he is. Okay, but I'm obsessed with Hamburg at the moment. I'm in love with Hamburg. I think he's my favorite extra at the moment. He's above Wayne Dunlap, and do you know what? At the moment, he's even above both Shumpert and Barbara. I don't care, but Shumpert will always be my one true love because I love Travis Love, the actor. Okay, if you don't know, he retweeted my video and pinned my video in his Twitter and also follows me. So that's why I love Shumpert so much. Anyway, we're going to add Tyrese and Sasha. Weird little tangent there. Just thought I'd let you know. Tyrese and Sasha. We've added them. That's been done. And then we've also got to add... Wait. Wrong thing. Shouldn't have added Tyrese and Sasha. Oh, fuck it. We'll include them. So, for this, we're going to roll a D6. for how many finale deaths there will be. The governor does get a few pop shots in the prison and takes 1 or 2 more people out. So obviously he only kills Milton and Andrea in the prison. I think we will roll a d6 for this. I know I did d4s for the others, but I think for this one we'll do a d6. Just because we're getting into like main character territory next. But obviously in the finale it's just Milton and Andrea's death. But in this case there's going to be 5 deaths. So first we'll do 5. I've added Tyrese and Sasha early, but to be honest, whatever. If we kill them off early, we kill them off early. So 5 deaths. First death is probably the Andrea death. Now obviously it can't be Maggie, who is our replacement Andrea. Okay, this might be the Milton death instead. So Sasha's 1 death. So Sasha. No! That's brutal. Just before she was going to potentially get immunity as well. Like, or plot armor. Oh, that sucks. That sucks balls. That's brutal. But, do you know what? I'm going to go with it. So, Jackie, unfortunately... Jackie, I guess, attempted to infiltrate Woodbury on her elf, like knowing that she was that type of person who's able to, you know, talk sense into people. The fact that she was able to do it with, let's say actually Jackie was the one who like reformed Shumpert and Hamburg and Milton, right? She talked to them, she found them, and she convinced them to defect from the governor. So, thinking that she could do that to the entire community, she infiltrates it, but the governor finds her. Sasha was probably helping her as well, I'm going to say. So, Tyrese not knowing, the sister's being stabbed repeatedly in the gut, and Jackie is forced to, like, watch as Sasha turns. And, you know, Jackie's like, you know, listen, love, you're going to be fine, don't worry, you're going to survive this, you got to keep going, etc., etc., but she dies, and then Jackie's unable to free herself in time and gets bitten. And also Tyrese dies. So I guess Tyrese also finds out that Sasha has been killed, and he confronts the governor, and I guess the governor just shoots him in the head, kind of similar to how he does to Alan. So that's 1, 2, and then we've got 2 more. I guess these 2 will be in the battle. Well, can't be Penny. Penny is immune. Reroll. So yeah, we got 3 deaths at Woodbury. We're going to have a couple deaths. Oh, for Christ's sake. For Christ's sake, right, if it lands on her again, we're just doing big time. Oh no! Why? Why all the season 1 characters? So Laurie is also killed in the battle. I guess she was running with Judith, but maybe in this scenario it's a bit different and Judith doesn't. She doesn't fall on top of Judith and kill her. Well, we'll see, because it could always land on Judith. Could always land on Judith. That is a possibility. Sorry, we just need to reroll. I don't give a fuck. I'm rerolling. I don't care. I'm breaking the rules for the Hamburg. Fine. It landed on Hamburg. Fuck it. Hamburg is also killed by the governor for betraying the governor. Fine. So Laurie is killed whilst like saving her child, I guess, during the battle, and Hamburg is killed. He helps to he kills like most of the governor's militia. All right, he's the one who wipes it out. It's a big sacrifice. He sacrifices himself for the cause, and Hamburg is immortalized as a hero forever. So we lose Laurie. See you later, Laurie. We lose Hamburg. Sorry, Hamburg. We also lose both Tyrese. We lose Jackie as well, obviously. And of course, the governor rushes to Woodbury to find his beloved Jackie has been bitten. And, you know, this whole time, of course, Jackie wanted to stay in the CDC and die, right? So it actually kind of works quite well as a parallel to Andrea's death. And, you know, Jackie's like, I'm glad I didn't stay. Maybe she says to the governor, like, even though I'm, you know, dying now, and I'm dying in a bit more painful way, I'm glad I am. Like, I'm glad I didn't stay in the CDC. So there is still that, like, nice little reflection that, you know, the governor was right for saving her. And I guess Miranda heads off with Martinez, heads off into the sunset, heading off into the sunset. Both Tyrese and Sasha unfortunately die, but they still bring back Karen, and they still bring back, and obviously eventually they add Bob, Lizzie, and Mika as well. Okay, so what do we got next? We've done that. We've added them, right? Karen, Bob, Mika, Clara. Well, we're not adding Clara. We're doing the same thing we did for Clara. Yeah. Does Clara chill the fuck out? Head she does, tail she doesn't. Head she does. She does. Okay. Clara chills. So Clara has now joined. Now last time Clara became like a main character. So well, I said I added them, but I actually hadn't added any of the characters. So Clara, Mika, Bob, and who else was there? Karen. Rightio. Now, like I said last time, now we're in season 4 territory. Of course, we do have to give some characters their plot armor. Now, it only applies for season 1 characters. So we've got Patricia, who's in season 2, so she'll get it next season if she survives. We've got Bob, can't even be Bob. Now, Judith, I'm going to give plot armor to, because technically speaking, she's a season 3 character. But she is in the womb in season 1, alright? She is technically in the womb. So although we don't see her, she is present in season 1. And because there's so little season 1 characters left already, I don't give a fuck. I'm doing it. So Judith gets plot armor. And also, Ed, ironically, gets plot armor, because he's a season 1 character. So that's kind of cool. So those two have got plot armor. And both Beth and Patricia may get it next season. But who gets Karen's death? Well, that can't happen. Who gets Karen's death? So also Clara, I guess, tried to stab the governor, but he missed. And then the governor, of course, invites her back into the community regardless. So Bob gets the Karen death. So Bob's Stucky. Gets very ill, or maybe he's the, helping the sick, because he's like a military doctor, right? And somebody takes out Bob Stucky. Now, who is the character who kills Bob? There is no Sasha in this universe. I don't know who's going out with Bob. Big Tiny. Okay. So Big Tiny, maybe Karen. Yeah, Karen and Bob were going out. Why not? And just so it's parallel to Karen. And somebody kills Bob. Right, and Big Tiny, like the prisoners are probably suspect number 1, right? Both Big Tiny and Axel, they're like prisoners, they're both ex-cons, and they're suspect number 1. But they do like a reverse red herring, where the red herring appears to be Big Tiny. Like, oh, you think it's the big black guy? Like, obviously not. But then the red herring is actually it was, but it's for a different reason. He killed Bob just because he was worried about the flu spreading. So then Big Tiny is exiled. So he gets an IATM, which is immune at the moment. Big Tiny is exiled by the governor. It's quite funny, actually, that season 3 ends with... How does season 3 end again? So you got the governor with Penny, of course. Judith, little baby Judith. Patricia, Beth, Axel, and Big Tiny. And, of course, Michonne and Ed have joined. As well as Shumpert and Milton have joined, too. So, yeah, where have I added Milton? Yeah, Milton is there. Okay, yeah, so Big Tiny was the one who did it, and he was exiled. So we got the Martinez dice. So let me just roll, and then we'll see what result it is. It's a 3. So a 3 means joins the prison and warns them of the attack. Oh, okay, cool. So we got Martinez now as well. So Martinez also defects from the governor eventually. When the governor obviously takes over his camp, Martinez panics because I guess in this universe he kills Pete Dolgan first, and he realizes what's going on, and he knows he's going to attack the prison. So Martinez runs to warn everyone at the prison, and he's like, "Yo, I'll help you defend as well if you want." And then who gets HERSHEL's death? So which character is kidnapped by the... Wait, Judith lost her plot armor, didn't she? She's lost it now. Oh. Martinez. So Martinez comes to run. Judith lost her plot armor. She'll get it back next season, though. Maybe. I don't know how it'll work. Anyway, whatever. So, Martinez is the one who gets the HERSHEL death. Why he killed him, I don't know. Maybe to prove that the governor... Yeah! Wait! So the governor's like to Miranda, like, listen, Miranda, okay? I say the governor, but the governor is Miranda, okay? The governor's like... Philip's like to Miranda, listen, Miranda, Martinez, that Martinez guy, he defected, okay? Your way of doing things is wrong. Look at Shumpert, he joined our group. Look at Hamburg, he joined our group. And Ed, he joined our group, okay? You shot your own husband in the head. Like, listen... Your way of doing things is wrong. You can still come back. You're not too far gone. You get to come back, Miranda. I know you can change. And Miranda's like, no, fucking can't. And kills Martinez. As Martinez obviously was a traitor. So it was like a way to prove a point. So sad. Very sad. And we add Megan just dies. Who kills the governor? Okay, so we'll add Tara and Lily. I know I probably should do the Tara Lily death different. I do kind of like just kind of making it random. So Martinez is killed by the governor. And then Megan just dies regardless. I'm sorry, where are you, Megan? So sorry, Megan, you just die regardless. And I guess Megan became like a surrogate daughter to Miranda this whole time. And I guess Miranda was boning Tara? Why not? Why not? There's no point. We may as well. There is a lesbian character there, so why not? And we've now established Miranda as canonically she's now bisexual. So yeah, she was banging Tara, but also looking after Megan as like a surrogate, like auntie figure or second mother figure. And then of course Megan was bitten, so Miranda shot Megan in the head and was like, kill them all, right? But maybe she said it in Spanish. And then Megan just dies dead. Who kills Miranda, the Governor, Morales? Alright, which character puts an end to Miranda, the Governor, Morales? Karen. Okay. So I'm gonna say that Philip injures her like quite significantly, but Karen's like, you killed all those fucking people. You're a monster. Like, you basically wiped out our entire town. So Karen kind of out of revenge for what happened, because of course Karen was present during the massacre where Miranda the governor shot the militia, right? Obviously Hamburg wiped out most of the forces, but there was a few men left, and the governor decided to wipe them out, and Karen kind of shoots Miranda the governor Morales in the head out of revenge. So do you know what? I've low-key enjoyed the arc of Miranda the Governor Morales. I think it's been pretty good. I like that quite a lot. But that is the end of Miranda the Governor Morales. Anyway, we've got the Lily death. So who gets surrounded by zombies off screen? Well, I guess not off screen. We'll make it on screen. In this scenario, surrounded by zombies as a result of the... Bro. Why can't I have nice things? Shumpert, unfortunately, gets surrounded by walkers after seeing what happened. I think a part of him is like just distraught. He's like done after seeing all the death and destruction, after losing the prison. He can't accept it. And Ed's like, come on, Shump, come on, move it. But Shumpert won't move it. He's just too distraught, and he allows the walkers to get him. Anyway, who gets kidnapped by the hospital people? Poor Shumpert, man. Interesting. Okay. So Axel gets kidnapped by the hospital people. Very interesting. And now we add Abraham, Eugene, Rosita. Abraham, Eugene, Rosita. Right. So poor fucking Shumpert. Lost Shumpert. We've added these three. Team Cure. And of course, oh, I keep doing this, man. Our missing character at the moment is Axel. Axel was kidnapped by the hospital. So what are we rolling for now? Mika's death. So who gets stabbed and killed by Lizzie? Okay. No, but Penny is going to be the one to put Lizzie down. I've decided. Just because I think that's I think in instances like that, that's what I'll do. So Penny is going to be the one to put Lizzie down, but who is the one that Lizzie kills? It's Milton. So yeah, Lizzie stabs Milton to prove to Penny that Milton. This is quite actually. I kind of like this because this is similar to the Ben, Billy, Carl situation in the comics. If you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, Lizzie stabs and kills Milton to like prove a point that walkers will come back, and obviously Milton being the one who's like experimenting shit on walkers. Okay, Lizzie's like, oh, you want an experiment? Let's use you. Why don't you become the experiment, Milton? And Milton's like, what do you mean, Lizzie? And then fucking stabs the shit out of Milton. And then Penny is the one to be like, yo, Lizzie, look at the flowers, and fucking kills her. That's brutal. I like it though. Next up, we got Joe's death. So who bites the jugular out of Joe the Claimer's neck after Joe attempts to do dreadful things to said person? Oh, I like this. So Joe is probably going to assault Beth. Yeah, probably like Beth, maybe even Mika, like fucking like deranged shit, right? And especially because Ed was like pretty abusive and very implied, like sexually weird towards his own daughter as well. So maybe in this scenario, like Joe is, attempting or threatening to do something dreadful to Mika, and Ed, being like the new reformed guy he is, he's like, only I get to do that to Liz. No, I'm joking. joking. Only I get to no. He's not such a great bad guy in this scenario. Okay, Ed bites the throat of Joe out. Terminus. So with the Terminus one, I think I'm just going to do a D4 because obviously no one actually dies at the Terminus thing anyway. So I think I'm going to do a D4. So Terminus, D4. How many people die at Terminus, if any? 2. So 2 people get killed at Terminus. Which 2 people will they be? I hate it, but fair enough. Beth and Tara. Okay. Fine. So Beth and Tara are both instantly killed. I think Beth helps them escape, I'm going to say. Like, she kind of dies during the escape, but Tara's just, like, has her throat slit and killed. But who is the character who ultimately saves them from Terminus? Obviously, I'm going to say that the Beth, like, does, like, a lot of it to help them. Oh, okay. Patricia. So Patricia was the one to save them from Terminus. She blew it up. I guess along with Big Tiny. Maybe Patricia and Big Tiny met each other. I'm going to say Big Tiny and Patricia, yeah. But sadly, Beth didn't make it, so Patricia's like distraught because of that. Because obviously, Beth was like the last part of her, of that farm, the community of the farm that was left. So Gabriel's been added. Losing Beth and Tara. Well, I'm not that bothered about Tara, but losing Beth's pretty sad. Bit bummed out about that, but whatever. That's season 5 for you. But now Patricia gets her plot armor. All right, Patricia. And I'm going to say Judith gets plot armor back. So, yeah, we'll do that. They have to get rolled on twice, basically, to die. Okay, so, yeah. We'll see if this rule, if I remember this rule. So, Big Tiny's obviously joined the group now. Awesome. So, Bob's death. So, now we're going to do who gets bitten during the supply run and then gets kidnapped by the Terminus people, has their leg bitten. Okay, so Patricia's already lost her plot armor. So, we'll remove Patricia's plot armor and re-roll. I probably should have shuffled. I'm gonna shuffle because that was unfair. Because it does this when you don't shuffle. It lands on the same fucking person again. Okay, which person gets the Bob death? Oh my god, is it gonna land on her again? Okay, so Ed has now lost his plot armor. Reroll. Oh, I should have fucking shuffled. Oh, it's okay. It's not going to land on Ed. Oh, no. Judith's lost her plot armor. This is... Okay, so we're going in with no plot armor now. No characters have plot armor other than the governor and obviously Penny. Crazy. Clara. Okay. So Clara is the character who gets bitten on the leg, and then obviously, and she says it in like her Irish accent, tainted me. That could be kind of funny. Yeah, and eventually Clara, unfortunately, smelly Clara is put down. Poor Clara. Oh, it's season 5, isn't it? Awesome. So who is the one who kills Gareth? Also, I kind of like low-key just got rid of the nobody option. I didn't like the nobody option. I'm sorry. Mika. Okay, so in this scenario, Mika is an absolute savage and is the one to kill Gareth. Maybe actually, like, that was the trick. Like, the governor... Oh, I kind of like this. The governor, like, made it seem like Mika and Penny had, like, were like, please don't kill us, Mr. Terminus, savage cannibals. Please, we surrender. And, like, Philip and the rest of the group were, like... made themselves like look weak, like they had surrendered, and then Mika comes with a surprise attack because she's actually like a deadly fucking kid, and she shanks the shit out of Gareth. I like it. That's what we're doing. And the governor, as Mika's stabbing Gareth in the neck, the governor's like, "I made you a promise." You know, do you know what I mean? Like, I gave you a promise that that you'd be killed with that machete, and now you are getting killed with that machete. It's just not by me. So it still kind of works. Anyway, we had Noah, and done. And then we got Beth's death. So who, obviously, in this universe, not Big Tiny, Axel was the one who was kidnapped. Where is he? Axel's here. But who gets the actual Beth death? Oh, that works very well. It's funny how these things fall into place sometimes. So Axel is the one to be like, yo, Dawn, I get it now. And you know what? I think the hospital arc kind of works quite well with Axel being like an ex-con and Dawn. And oh my god, wait. What if like Dawn was the cop who arrested Axel? That adds like an extra layer. I fucking like that. I'm going to say, yeah, Dawn was the cop who actually arrested Axel for the armed robbery that he did. And maybe she, like, gave him a fucking shit time. And so this whole time, Dawn's been, like, belittling Axel. Like, you're just nothing but a common fucking criminal. You know? So, like, this is a better life for you anyway. Like, being a ward. And then Axel's, like, sick of her shit. And he's like, I'm not fucking leaving here without killing this woman. And so he goes for it. But, like, she kind of flinches away as he goes to stab her in the neck. Or maybe he does stab her in the neck. But he stabs her in the neck and then she shoots him. Right? Oh, I kind of like that. Like, he's just being belittled by her this whole time. And so he's too stubborn. He refuses to let it go. So he stabs her. And then who's the character who kills Dawn? Please be Big Tiny. That would have been cool. Okay. It's Philip Blake. Philip Blake, one leg. IATM. So, Philip Blake with his one leg shoots and kills Dawn Lerner, avenging poor Axel. So, Philip. Tyrese's death. So, who sadly... Wait. Yeah. Who sadly gets bitten on the arm. Damn. Poor Axel. But I think that worked quite well. I think Axel got like a better arc than he did in the show, that's for sure. And we killed Dawn off as well. I also need to add... Noah's obviously and Gabriel have both joined our group. Oh, and Gareth's dead as well. Add him up here. Anyway, what we got? That can't happen. Tyrese's death, please. What a weird group of characters. Lily. Okay. Well, a depressed Lily helps to get Noah and all that back to his place, and then she gets bitten on the arm and dies. No big loss. She was just banging Miranda Morales. I mean, this whole time she's been like, how could I be... Oh, actually, no, it was Tara, wasn't it? But, yeah. This whole time she's been like, how could I be this stupid, etc., etc., you know? I've been so dumb. Like, trusting that crazy lady with my sister, right? Because, obviously, with her sister. And, I don't know, the grief and all that just was too much for poor Lily. So she got bitten on the arm, her arm chopped off, but she didn't make it. Not as sad as like Tyrese though, that's for sure. Anyway, we've got to add all the Alexandrian people, which I'm slowly doing and kind of rambling to you as I do. Yeah, so we've got Nicholas there, we've got Olivia, we've got Ron, We got Sam Anderson. We got Jesse Anderson. I've added her picture this time. Don't worry. We've got Enid. We've got Tobin. And then we've also got Barbara, because we have to add Barbara. We love Barbara here. Now, we've got to Alexandria, and because there are lots of like extras now, basically what I'm going to do is, although we're not into a new season, I'm going to kind of consider this where the season starts, in my opinion. So basically, everyone who's been here for a while is now getting plot armor again. So Patricia gets her plot armor. Karen gets her plot armor. Because she was last season, right? She was season... So anyone seasons 1, 2, or 3 gets plot armor. Philip Blake already has it. Gabriel doesn't. Big Tiny does get some plot armor. Abraham doesn't. Mika, no, doesn't, because she's season 4. Season 4. Ed gets some plot armor back. Judith gets plot armor back. Noah doesn't. Aaron doesn't. Deanna doesn't. And then none of these guys do. Okay, so we'll shuffle. So first off, we've got the Aiden death. So who gets the Aiden death? Who shoots the grenade? Oh shit. Okay, so see you later, Rosita. So Rosita is the character who shoots the grenade, and unfortunately doesn't make it, and is left to die, I guess. And then we'll have the revolving door death, or we might switch these around if it makes more sense. Where are you, Rosita? Gone too soon. In the reality, she dies in season 11. Mika didn't have plot armor, did she? Okay, fuck. Fuck, alright. I guess that's how it goes. So, Rosita shoots the grenade, I guess, accidentally. And then Nicholas allows Mika to be fucking killed in the revolving doors. Jeez. Yikes. That's a brutal death for a little child, but that's how it be. That's how the wheel be, okay? I guess which character is forced to watch? I don't know. Who could we say? I guess we could decide. Maybe Ed? Yeah, we'll say Ed. And then Ed beats up Nicholas, but then decides to spare him regardless. Maybe Ed was kind of raising Mika. That was what was happening. Oh shit, Lizzie's already dead, obviously. Get over here, Lizzie. Who killed Lizzie again? Was it Penny? I don't remember. Sometimes I forget these things. Lizzie's yeah, it was Penny, yeah. Okay, well, there you go. Anyway, how many people does Pete kill? I'm doing a D4 for this one because it was kind of a disaster with D6. It was kind of funny, though. Fuck. He's killing 4 people. He's not killing 1 person. He's killing 4 people still. Which is kind of crazy. But there you are. Pete Anderson is going to go on a bit of a rampage. Okay, so Karen has lost her plot armor for now. She'll get it back at the season 6 time skip. Oh my god, this happened last time. Pete has stabbed and killed Abraham for a start. So Abraham is stabbed and killed by Pete. Who else does Pete kill? He's going on a rampage again. What can I say? Oh my god, he kills his own son. Rightio. So Pete will say first he kills his own son. Rightio. Now if this lands on the rest of his family, it's going to be wild. Oh my god, no! No! So we've just lost the entirety of Team Cure, but and we'll see the last one. Oh, I spelled Eugene wrong. Oh no, don't open Internet Explorer, thank you. Eugene. And then we've got one more. Bro! Bro! Whatever. No! Barbara. Okay, so what happens in this is... Okay, what we'll say is Pete, first of all, I guess... What? I just got rid of it. What a weird thing. So Pete kills, I guess... his own son. Barbara sees and then tries to intervene, and he kills her. And then Eugene and Abraham try to intervene, or try to stop him as he comes to the meeting, and kills Eugene by mistake. Abraham goes to try and pin him down, but he's able to stab and kill Abraham as well, which is fucking brutal. And then who is the character who puts an end to Pete? Very random. But maybe Nicholas is feeling like the error of his ways, so he's like, Nicholas, like, to prove himself to Ed, he's the one to do it. He's like, Deanna, this is what needs to be done. Okay, so we have Morgan and Eastman, and maybe even Duane. So add Morgan. So we'll add Morgan, but we're not adding Duane, of course. Now Morgan will get his plot armor, despite being not here for a lot, not being here for a while. Now, obviously, we met Morgan, but he shows up and he's like, Rick. I do this every time, and everyone's like, nah, he's dead. He died ages ago, mate. He died ages ago. Morgan added. But does he come with Eastman? Heads, Eastman is dead. Tails, he's alive. So we want to see a Tails. We want to see a Tails. Did we see a Tails? We don't. Eastman dead. So Eastman just died in the flashback. Sadly. Which means that we don't get no Eastman love. But we do have Morgan, and also I need to add all these Alexandrian people, apart from the ones who were dead. So Barbara is unfortunately obviously killed. Eugene, Rosita, Barbara, Eugene, Abraham, and who was the other person? Oh yeah, he killed his own son. Sam Anderson. Awesome. A lot of child death in this rewrite, I see. So we'll add... Oh, Denise, I guess it's over here. We'll add all these guys. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Penny's not really doing much, is she? She had that one big moment where she kills Lizzie, but she hasn't done much else. Now, we want to give like some room for the other characters. So we'll add Scott, Denise, and Heath. Oh, my God. Scott, Denise, and Heath. And then we'll add them to our little thing here. Oh yeah, Joe the Claimer. What are you doing here? You're dead. Get over there. You're killed by Ed Peltier. Delete row. Delete row. Delete row. Delete row. So we've added Denise, Heath, and Scott, right? Have we added them here? Denise, Heath, and Scott. Yep, right. So that's done. We got Nicholas's death. So, fuck me. We're like halfway through-ish. Who gets Nicholas's death? Which character shoots themselves in the head because they're too scared? It's Tobin. All right. So Tobin has a crash out moment. He panics, okay? And Tobin decides to end it all. And he says thank you to someone. Who could it be? We could decide. Maybe Big Tiny. Is Big Tiny our Glenn? Yeah. We'll say Tobin shoots himself. Okay. And Big Tiny gets dumpster death. Awesome. Then who gets the Deanna death? So who gets sadly bitten on the thing? On the arm. It's Denise. So I say on the arm. Denise gets bitten somewhere anyway during when the wall falls down, and unfortunately she of course eventually succumbs to the infection. But I'll say she obviously does the whole self-sacrifice. She shoots at the walkers and screams at the walkers like Deanna does. But we've lost poor Denise already. I mean, she was barely in this season. And then who gets the Anderson family death? So first is Sam's death. Okay. So Reg is panicking. And I feel like to make it make sense, I think Reg panics. I think Reg panics, right? And let's say the governor has not been with. Who is the governor? I guess the governor has been banging, not as in the Philip. I guess Philip has been banging Jesse, maybe? I suppose. So I feel like with Reg panicking, it should be the rest of his family. We'll see who it lands on. I don't care. Now, do you know what? I'm going to make an executive decision because I can do what I like. It landed on Reg. To make it make sense, I'm going to say the governor... Okay, listen, okay. So when the governor came in, right? When Gov came in, he was into Jesse, but he felt like that was problematic, okay? Because this governor's he's a bit woker, all right? He's a bit of a woker governor. He's a woker Philip. He's a woker Blake. He's like, that's a bit problematic to kind of swoop into an abused housewife, but he really had the hots for Deanna, all right? I mean, who doesn't? And yes, Deanna was married with Reg, but the governor is a fucking, or Philip, I should say. Philip is a smooshy guy, and he wanted Deanna. He wanted that older lady, right? He wanted a mature woman, and he smoothied up to her, okay? He smoothied up to her, and she was like, she was into him. She was into him. She was like, okay, I'll cheat on my husband. And then Reg starts to panic. No, Reg doesn't panic. Deanna starts to panic. She gets bitten and killed. And then, I guess, head Spencer, tails Aiden. Head Spencer, tails Aiden. Spencer, okay. So, yeah. So, we'll say Spencer is the one who starts to panic, right? Spencer starts to panic. Which is in line with his character, right? Because during the wolves attack, he hides, right? Spencer panics. He gets bitten and killed. Deanna starts screaming in pain, and then she gets killed as well. And the governor's like, no, not Deanna, no. And then Reg is the one to be like, you, right? And then, yeah, I like this. Because he obviously points the gun at the governor. So we'll get rid of Deanna, and then we'll also get rid of Spencer. So it was still kind of decided by the wheel. I just made it make a bit more sense there. So Deanna obviously was the governor's sweet honey. He was pouring the biscuit on Deanna. That sounds wrong. And Spencer, unfortunately, is the one to panic. Then Deanna is killed. Then Reg attempts to... I guess who kills Reg? Who was the character who kills Reg for the governor? Karen? Okay. Karen's like our Michonne, I guess. Wait, where is actually Michonne? Oh my god, I never added Michonne. Bro! This whole time. How have I done that? Okay, well, Michonne doesn't get any plot armor because she's had plot armor this whole fucking time. How have I done that? Oh, this always happens. I always forget someone on the wheel. Someone in the comment probably commented this like an hour ago. You forgot to add Michonne. Oh, okay. Well, I guess, yeah, it's still Karen. Michonne's there, I guess. I'll just say Michonne died off screen at this point. Michonne's been tagging along this whole time, I guess. Oh, fuck. That's really embarrassing. I hate that. Oh, well. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. It happens. So Karen kills Reg. And then who gets shot in the eye? Who loses an eye? The baby. The baby gets shot in the eye. Oh my god. Yeah, right, fine. One eye. The baby gets shot in the eye. And I guess someone saves it. What the fuck? And then this person is the person who kills Owen, the alpha wolf. It's Michonne! Look at that! Woo! She's got to do something. Disaster. The video's a disaster already. So the alpha wolf is killed by Michonne. There you go. Michonne got to do something. She's not been included in the wheel for a bit, so there you are. She doesn't get... I'm not adding plot armor to her, because she basically has had plot armor for how many seasons? Season 3, 4, 5. That's 3 seasons worth, pretty much. So she doesn't get any plot armor. But anyway, now we've got the skip. We're going to re-add our plot armor. So, basically, characters from seasons 1, 2, 3, 4 get plot armor. So this is now times... Brother. So, I fucked up hard. And unfortunately, the recording died. Now, I could re-record this part, but I'm just going to tell you what happened. So I added Jesus, Gregory, and Dr. Carson. Aaron ended up getting Denise's death. You just have to believe me, okay? And then Penny and Patricia, okay, they went to the kingdom together. And then Aiden, there was only one death at the lineup, and it was Aiden. And my justification for why it is impactful is because the governor promised Deanna that he would look after poor little Aiden. And so that was a big sad for him. I'm so sorry that the recording fucking failed. These things happen, okay? And Olivia was just now, as I noticed the recording had stopped, I was rolling for Olivia being the one to be kidnapped and tortured by the governor. But just to not the governor, by Negan. But just to assess, Philip Blake is obviously alive. You've got Patricia and Penny, who are also alive, who are heading off to the kingdom. You've got Ed Peltier, who's still kicking, who I guess is kind of our Daryl in a way. But Olivia was the one who was kidnapped by Negan to be tortured. Crazy. Anyway, who heads to the hilltop? Ron. Okay. So I guess in this scenario, Ron heads to the hilltop to, I guess, be the leader of it. We're going to go fast now because my brain is scrambled. We've got the Spencer death. So who's being a snaky snake? Trying to betray the group? Jesus. Oh. So I guess Jesus comes to Alexandria and he, tries to say that Philip is no good leader and, you should put someone else in charge of Alexandria and, Hilltop and Alexandria and all that. Things would be different if you put me in charge, Negan. And Negan's like, yo, Jesus, I think you're a snake. And he kills poor Jesus. So we lose Jesus as well. I think he's the first death, is he? Yeah. I guess Aiden is the end of season 6, technically. Technically speaking. And then we got Olivia's death. So who gets shot as a result of the whole bullet making? Morgan. Okay, so Morgan takes the blame for the bullet making, I guess. So Morgan is kidnapped by Negan. He takes the blame for the bullet making. Maybe Morgan actually was the one who made the bullets. I don't know. Maybe Eastman wasn't a cheese maker. He was a bullet maker. Anyway, we've got the Fat Joey. So heads the tortured group member kills Fat Joey. So does Olivia kill Fat Joey? Heads, she does. Tails. Okay, so she spares Fat Joey. Spares him. So Fat Joey, in fact, is convinced by Olivia to defect from Negan's group, and then Fat Joey has now joined our group members, and Olivia also escapes. But then who gets Oh, we already said Morgan got kidnapped for the bullets, right? Oh no, Morgan gets shot. Wait, fuck! I said Morgan gets shot. Okay, Enid gets the. I was thinking of who gets kidnapped. Sorry, so Enid is the one who gets shot. We'll say that. So Enid gets shot. She gets the Olivia death. Morgan is kidnapped. That was what I was doing. Oh well. And plus Morgan has her immunity, so Morgan. Oop. Exclusive kingdom role. Okay, so we've got a little thing over here that I put these people in. So I think the plot armor thing, I'm not going to do the whole times thing. I think what I'll do is I think we'll just leave plot armor and then we'll remove it and then they get it back the next season if they're still alive. I don't know. Yeah, we'll do that. So we've got exclusive kingdom roles, so we have to add all these guys. Reg, Aiden, Spencer. Wait, that's not the right one. What the hell? I was thinking, hang on a minute. Wrong people. Zeke, Jerry, Shiva, Nabila, Henry, Diane, Richard, Benjamin. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Roll, roll, roll. So who gets the Benjamin death? Diane. And then who was the one who got Diane killed? I swear, wasn't it Diane last time? So Diane gets killed. And it was Nabila who got her killed. So Nabila got her killed. And then who then kills Nabila out of revenge for poor Diane getting killed? Oh my god, this is a crazy. Patricia! So Nabila gets Diane killed, and Patricia then strangles Nabila. Jesus Christ. That is a weird turn of events, I'm not going to lie. But we'll add these names now to the list. So there we go. Fat Tony. It's Fat... What did I write? Bro, you can tell I'm cooked. I wrote a fucking Simpsons character instead of Fat Joey. Oh, my brain. Maybe I should stop. I already have to, like, pitch 2 fucking recordings together, which is so annoying. I try and do these in one take, just so I have to do 0 editing. Because I'm lazy like that, okay? So, yeah, we added Fat Joey. Where are we at? Where are we at? Add Kingdom as we've done that. Add Oceansiders. Okay, we have to add Oceansiders. Hang on. So who have we got? We got Cindy. We don't need to add Natanya. So we got Rachel, and then we've got Beatrice. Awesome. So they're added. They have been added. Finale death. Roll a d6. Fuck it. We'll roll a d6 here. No. We'll roll a d4. Now we'll roll a d6. We'll -1. We'll say 5. Fuck it. We'll do 5. We'll do 5. Fucking thing. Why not? Why not? Finale death. We're going to do 5 deaths. Because why the hell not? Why the hell not? Let's trim the fat of this goddamn cast, okay? So Judith Grimes loses her plot armor. Any characters who don't have plot armor, and like it wasn't in the recording, they probably lost plot armor when I fucking forgot to record. So, I don't care. Michonne gets the Sasha death. There you go. Michonne was spared from the wheel for ages anyway. So Michonne gets the iconic Sasha death. She takes the pill, and she surprises Negan as the walker. And then we're going to kill 4 other people during the battle. So Jessie gets shot and killed during the battle, or maybe she gets killed in the tower and like the governor sees like Jessie fall. That could work maybe. So Jessie dies. See you later, Jessie. Jerry dies during the liberation of Alexandria. He gets shot and killed. I guess in this universe Jerry's just like a little side character who dies. And then who else? 2 more. I think adding the immune thing has kind of added too much for me, to be honest with you. Rachel. So Oceanside also come to help after being like, I guess in this universe again, they want to help liberate Alexandria early, but Rachel unfortunately dies during the battle, so it's not that successful of a moment. And the final person to die is, oh, I don't care. That lands on Cindy. That was close enough to Cindy. I will say that Patricia loses. Or should we reroll? I don't know. Where are you, Patricia? She's going to get it back in a second anyway, but we'll reroll. Nah, it landed on Cindy. I don't care. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I refuse. It landed on Cindy. So, yeah. Because that makes sense why now the Oceanside no longer are joining the battle, because Cindy and Rachel both died. So Natania's like, well, we just lost more fucking people. I lost my granddaughter, so we're not doing this again. And so she then retracts the fighters from the battle. So that kind of causes a fork in the road, so to speak. So we've added Dwight. We also have to add Jadis. Who was forced in the trailer with Negan? Oh, yeah. This is the Gabriel moment. Who was forced in the trailer with Negan? Heath! Okay. Oh, also, obviously, we're not doing any kidnappings or characters going missing or spin-offs. We're not doing that. We're getting rid of all that because that sucks balls. So Heath is with Negan. And then, which 4 from season 1? Oh, shit. Don't ignore this. So, 4 for season 1. How many left? Roll a dice, 4 dice, to determine how many are alive. It goes in age. So, how many first are alive? Oh, only one of them is alive. And then, which one of them is alive? 2. So, it goes in age. Oldest is first, then youngest. So it would go Dale, Andrea. So Andrea is left alive, which means Dale died off screen. Wait, shit. Oh, God. I need to do all this. Bro. Right. Whew. I almost gave up. I was about to give up then. But I know. I will not give up. We can sort this. I've not been updating this, though, which is very silly of me. So Morgan got kidnapped. Enid got shot, of course. Jesus was the one doing the snaky thing. So we need to add Enid first. She was a death. And then we also then need to add Diane, Nabila, and Diane and Nabila. So Diane. Where are you, Diane? Oh, well, you're Nabila. Diane. Diane, Nabila. Okay. Okay, we've done that. Diane, Nabila. And then we also need to add Kingdomers, Oceanside is joined. 5. Michonne, Jesse, Jerry, Rachel, Cindy. Michonne died, of course, in the finale. She had the Sasha death. Jessie, I guess, died. She was thrown from the tower, but in this universe she was killed. Or I guess she killed the person, the scavenger lady. They both died simultaneously, let's say. Those got those 2. And then, of course, we also had Jerry biting the dust during the Liberation Battle, as well as Cindy and Rachel biting the dust in the Liberation Battle, which of course caused Netanya to withdraw her troops. And then now we've come on to season 8, and I should be doing new things actually for this. But anyway, Andrea is only left, but killed by... I'll say... Do you know what? I'll say Philip. Because why not? So, basically what happens is Dale and Amy died off screen, and then Andrea is killed by Philip. Because why not? I can decide. So let's just reassess first. Obviously, we're the end of season 8. Well, we started season 8 now, but it's not big of a deal. So we've got obviously Philip alive, along with Penny alive too. Patricia is also, and Ed Peltier as well. So these are our season 1 characters, and I guess Morgan technically too. Then you got, and I guess Judith as well, if you want to count her. One-eyed baby Judith. Then, of course, we've got Patricia from season 2, Big Tiny from season 3, Karen from season 3, Gabriel from season 5, Noah from season 5, and Eric, Nicholas, Scott, Ron, Olivia, Heath, and Carson and Gregory. So we need to add. What was this for? I don't know, but Noah, you've been spared of whatever it was for. It was gonna be Eric's death. Yeah, we'll spare Noah. So basically, what we need to do. So Patricia gets her plot armor back for this season. Karen gets hers back. And now it's anyone from season 5 as well gets some plot armor. But I'm not going to do any Alexandrians quite yet. Other than Eric. Just because Eric was like our first Alexandrian. Other than Aaron. But obviously Aaron bit the dust. So in this universe, Eric became a bigger character. So he gets a little bit of plot armor now. But the other Alexandrians do not get it quite yet. So Beatrice doesn't. Henry doesn't. Shiva doesn't. In fact, Joey doesn't. Benjamin doesn't. Gabriel does. Ed does. Penny obviously does. Morgan does. Dr. Carson. Ron doesn't. Judith does now as well. She gets some back. Dwight doesn't. Eric does. Noah. Oh, Noah? Yeah, we'll give it to Noah as well. Zeke, Scott, Heath. No. Big Tiny, yes. Patricia, yes. Philip Blake. Richard, no. Karen, yes. Nicholas, Jadis. Okay. So, Eric's death. Who gets Eric's death? Ooh, Henry. Okay, so I guess in this universe, instead of it being Aaron and Eric, it's probably Henry and Benjamin. Henry gets shot and Benjamin leaves him by the tree. And then sadly, when he comes back, he's a zombie joining the walkers. Now, who gets Shiva's death? Sorry about that. Ron. Okay. So I'm going to say the governor was about to die. Because we'll say the governor in this, not Ezekiel. The governor was about to die. He was surrounded by walkers. He was pretty fucked, okay? He's lost his foot. But Ron comes to the rescue. Self-sacrifices himself for the governor. Throwing the walkers and stuff away. But then, of course, is devoured. Who shoots Grandma, a.k.a. Netanya, to try and spur them on to join the war again? Because they left the war. Noah! Okay. So Noah shot and killed Grandma. Netanya, of course. And made them very mad. So Netanya was shot and killed. Sorry, Netanya. Very sad. Add Sadiq. Done. We'll do it now. Sadiq. And we'll add him to our little wheel as well. Oh yeah, Fat Joey joined. He's not missing. Sadiq. Oh, we'll add all the kingdom people as well. Why not? And Jadis. And Beatrice. And Sadiq. Okay. So we've added Sadiq. What have we got now? Carl's death. Now, I think for this, just because it's that type of special death, the plot armor doesn't matter. Okay. Sadiq gets Carl's death. I said that, but yeah, it ended up being Sadiq anyway. So Sadiq, I guess, even though he's just joined the group, he turns out to be bitten. This random dude, and the governor was like, oh wait, okay, to make this work, I'm going to say that the governor and Sadiq knew each other before the apocalypse, okay? So basically, I'm going to say Sadiq was his... Sadiq's quite young, right? Because he was in med school, I think. So how would this work? What relation could they be? And no offense, they probably couldn't be brothers, could they? Or I don't know. You never know. Could be like stepbrothers. Yeah, fuck it. We'll say that they were stepbrothers. Okay. The governor's father remarried. Sadiq was his stepbrother, and he's just fucking reunited with his stepbrother, only for Sadiq to then die. And then, like, it's fucking bittersweet, and the governor's like, what the fuck? And let's say as well, this entire time, we've been foreshadowing it, like, the governor's mentioned his stepbrother Sadiq, and how he misses him, and etc, okay? And then Sadiq just comes back into his life, he's like, oh my god, hello Sadiq, how you doing? And then he's fucking dead, and the governor's like, what the fuck does this mean? This is brutal, this is a horrible fate. And Sadiq's like, yo, I hear you're in a war. Be peaceful. Anyway, does Gavin reform? Heads, yes. Tails, no. No. Okay. No. So who is the character who then kills Gavin? Who kills Gavin? Nicholas stepping up. I'm liking this new Nicholas now. He killed Pete. He killed Gavin. He's stepping up. And I guess I say he's like with Ed Peltier. So yeah, Nicholas kills Gavin. We have to add Alden. Who was running Hilltop again? It was Ron who was running Hilltop, wasn't it? Oh yeah, Ron was running Hilltop. I swear. Yeah, he was running Hilltop. So who's now running Hilltop? Maybe I should give the person running Hilltop immunity. Maybe I'll do that next time. Patricia. Okay, that works. So Patricia runs Hilltop. We'll say that she was running it alongside Ron anyway. Although she did go to the Kingdom for a bit. Harlan Carson. So we've got the Harlan Carson's death. So who gets the Carson death? Oh my god. I swear this happened. Did this not happen last time? So I guess Ezekiel goes to save Dr. Carson. And I don't know, in the process he gets shot and killed, but Carson gets away. I guess that's how it works. Tobin's death. These things happen, okay? What can I say? So, Ezekiel, see you later, bro. Jadis. So, I guess Jadis joins the battle after betraying Rick and that. Well, not Rick. After betraying Philip and that. And she joins the battle for the hilltop to kind of prove her worth. But in the meantime, in the process, I should say, she gets stabbed with a tainted weapon, and Jadis unfortunately dies as well. We lost Ezekiel and Jadis. That's kind of crazy. Obviously, Gavin's dead too. Who kills Jared? So which character holds his hair against the thing, against the doodah, and lets him? Oh, it's Karen. Okay, so Karen holds Jared's hair and lets him be mauled to death. That is that's pretty crazy of Karen to do. Where are you, Jared? I just saw you. You're there. Karen does that to Jared. That's brutal. Anyway, so we had Negan and Laura. So Negan, Laura, and this is a fucking bloated cast right now, okay? So listen, we're going to do some Who Kills Simon, and then we're doing some finale deaths. So which character wipes out Simon? Oh my god, Karen again. Right, okay. So Karen then comes and takes out Simon as well. Brutal. Who was the character who was kidnapped again? Because I guess Dr. Carson, they got recaptured to Dr. Carson. It was Morgan, I think. No, it was who's in the trailer. That's what we're gonna know. It was Heath. So yeah, Heath and Dr. Carson are still being captured, I guess. And then how many deaths in the finale? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do something a bit different here just to make it so we don't have to re-roll or anything. 3. Okay, so there's 3 deaths in the finale. So what I'm going to briefly do is just bear with me a sec. So we'll take these, put them here. We'll take Noah as well. We'll put him here. We'll then take Morgan and Karen. Put him here. Take Philip Blake. One-legged Philip Blake. Put him here. We'll then take Eric and Judith. Put them there. And then we'll take Patricia and put her here. Okay, so there's a reason why I'm going to do this. Oh, fuck. I didn't mean to do that. Ah! Right. And then I'm going to do that, and then we're going to add a big character. A big one. A big one. This will make sense in a second. Go away. That meant nothing. Right. So, how many deaths was it again? Oh, what actually was it? Oh, fuck's sake. It was 4, wasn't it? I think I remember it being 4. This video, I'm in disaster mode anyway, so Nicholas is 1. So there's going to be 4 deaths, and then we're just going to kill off little characters. So Nicholas, who's actually had a pretty profound arc this season, and well, in the entire show. Nicholas dies like a hero. Alden also dies, I guess, during the Battle of the Hilltop, proving to Patricia that there are some good saviors. And then another character dies too. Shiva as well dies during the final battle. Maybe Shiva comes to save the day when it looks like Philip and his forces are about to be wiped out. Shiva comes to save the day. Does die as a sacrifice, but at the end of the day, she saves the day for them all. And then finally, Beatrice comes to lead the Oceanside people, but I guess she dies in the battle. But she's like, "Yo, it's okay." So let's then now add these guys back. So we didn't get a big one in the end. So we add all those guys back, and we can do our deaths, update our deaths. So of course we lost Simon. We lost Simon, and then we've lost hang on. Did I add? I did add Negan and Laura. We lost Simon, and then on top of that, we've lost. Let me just remember Nicholas, Alden, Shiva, Beatrice. So we've lost Alden, Nicholas. That's like our big death. I think Nicholas is like a fairly big death because he was a biggish character this entire time. He's done a few things this season, obviously, and previous seasons too. Where is Nicholas? There you are, Nicholas. So Nicholas, we lost Nicholas. We lost Shiva as well. And who was the other one? Beatrice, oh yeah. So Shiva, R.I.P. Shiva. Didn't even move Shiva. And Beatrice. R.I.P. Beatrice. Okay. Right here. Next up, we've got who defeats Negan. So which character is the character who finally defeats Negan? Negan Smith. Heath! Hey, I kind of like that. Because obviously Heath was kidnapped by Negan. So that kind of works. So yeah, Heath defeats Negan. So then who later... oh, actually, let's reassess. Because that's we've done... Okay. Reassess. So, Dwight as well. And we'll get rid of this season 6 thing. Right, so the season ends now with the governor, obviously leader of Alexandria. I say the governor, but he's technically Philip Blake. Penny Blake as well, who's his kid, and she's been doing some stuff. The governor's right-hand man, Ed Peltier, still alive, okay, and he's kind of atoning for his past sins. Morgan Jones, who's still kicking around too. Patricia from season 2, of course. Judith, who's going to be aged up in a bit. Big Tiny's still been about as well, although he's done fuck all, really. Karen is there as well. What's Karen really do? I mean, Karen did take out both Jared and Simon, so Karen's had her time to shine as well. And you've got Gabriel, Noah, Eric, and I feel like now Heath has got... Olivia was the one who was tortured and then somehow got Fat Joey to reform. So I feel like who I'm going to give plot armor to is Heath, just because he was the one who defeated Negan. I think he's become like a big character of Alexandria. And also Olivia. Wait. I removed... Olivia didn't die, did she? Oh my god. No. Olivia doesn't die. Okay. So somehow I've axed her off the list at some point, probably when she was the one who was going to get tortured and stuff. But oh well. So Olivia's also got her immunity, although she's basically... I'm not going to give it to her now. I'll give it to her next season maybe. But she's basically been immune for that entire season, which doesn't make me like her very much. Anyway, who is the character who hangs Gregory? So R.I.P. Gregory. You're not making it now. Oh, there we go. It's Olivia. So I guess Olivia is Chief Justice and decides to hang Olivia. I'd say for Patricia. I would say Patricia ordered it, but Olivia was the one who did it on Patricia's behalf. So there you have it. Olivia is the one who does it. So who loses an arm? So of course we added this, but someone, by popular demand, people wanted to see who loses an arm, who gets the Aaron treatment. Oh, Big Tiny. I like that. Okay. Phew, finally, we're giving Big Tiny something to do. So Big Tiny... where is he? Big Tiny, one-armed Big Tiny. How funny would it be though if some character gets the leg chopped off, eye shot out, and the arm? That would be funny. But I think the chances of that happening to someone is probably pretty slim. But Big Tiny has lost an arm. Okay. Who kills a rat? No, Dwight. Okay, this happened last time, I swear. So Dwight is taking out all the bad saviors again, basically. Yeah. So now we're on to... Judith's now aged up. She's got one eye, the one-eyed baby. Who killed Jocelyn? Karen. Okay, so maybe in this scenario, Karen knew Jocelyn before the fall, and she goes to take all the children, right? Yeah, let's say why not. Now, anyway, now we've done a time skip. So here's what we're going to say. So the governor has a child. We've got Ed, but there's not really any women for Ed, is there? Is there any women for Ed? Can Ed have a woman? And we've got the Jocelyn death. I'm just trying to think. Because we've got RJ, and I'm thinking, who could have RJ? Who could be the... Patricia's probably too old to have a child. Karen, though, on the other hand, isn't. Should we say that Karen? Okay. Who is Karen going out with? Who is Karen's man? Karen's herself. Richard? I don't like Richard. I feel like it should be one of the mains. Is that just me? I feel like it should be a main. Gabriel? Fuck it, we'll say it's Gabriel. Okay, so Karen and Gabriel are a couple, very random. Don't know if they've interacted at all much, but they haven't interacted in this rewrite, but I guess they've been interacting this whole time. And yeah, Karen and Gabriel are obviously getting along quite well. So this child here is GJ, because it's Gabriel and Karen's son. So GJ, okay, Gabriel Jr. So we've got to add Magna, Yumiko, Connie, Kelly, Luke. Right, so they're added. And then RJ, Tammy Rose, Earl, Gage, Rodney, Addy, Marco. We'll add them. Oh, fuck's sake. I'm gonna have a crash out moment. Right. We've got wait, no RJ because we've added our version of RJ. So Tammy Rose, Earl, Gage, Rodney, Addy, and Marco. I think someone suggested this before, and do you know what? I think I'm actually going to embrace this suggestion. And that's adding a separate wheel. I think this might actually help. So if we get rid of these guys and we just add... Yeah, okay, so this is what we're going to do. Are you ready? We're going to add... Oh, we're doing separate wheels. I know I'm changing the rules like halfway through, but I think this is actually going to significantly help the pace a little bit as well. And we don't have to do the whole stupid PA thing because we can just add them to this separate wheel. I think we might just do that. Philip Blake. And then Judith as well. Where's Penny? There we are. Okay. So, there's a reason why I've done this. You'll see in a second. Right here. So, done. Who kills Jed? So this has to be a main character. This is what I mean. I feel like this is more interesting. Okay, so there we go. Philip is the one who kills Jed. Maybe I should have done this all along, but oh well. Why is there just an empty one? Oh god. Philip. This is the Jesus death. Okay, it's Heath. So Heath is stabbed and killed by a walker. Not by a walker, by a whisperer, sorry. And shocking everyone. Oh no, not Heath. And Heath, yeah. But he has been like a big character for a bit, so that's kind of shocking, you know? So we lose Heath. R.I.P. Heath. I'd say Jesus was a big diff, right? Then we'll add Lydia. I guess we'll add her to the minor character wheel for now. And also Ozzy. Okay, so Lydia and Ozzy have been added. Yes, done. 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 And then, oh, Pikes. So what we'll do is we'll roll a d20 for Pikes. 11 Pike deaths. Okay, plus obviously the minor characters. So we've got 11 Pike deaths, 11. And that means we need to roll. And how many of that 11 are going to be main characters? Huh. Huh. So 6 main characters. 6 mains. And what's that? 6 mains, 6. No, not 6 mains. 6. 5 minors. So let's do the... So, fuck. This is a bloodbath. So, 6 mains, 11 minors. Alright. So let's get rid of some minors first. So which minor characters are going to die? So the first one, decapitated. Earl Sutton, gone. We lost Earl. Kelly as well. So Kelly and Earl. This is already pretty brutal. We are losing a lot of characters here. But you know what? I want to trim the fat a bit. Let's trim the fat a bit. Also, the Georgie. I don't give a fuck about Georgie. Georgie died off screen, okay? We're not doing the whole Georgie thing. I've already decided. I've got to add all these guys anyway. So Earl's dead. And also Kelly's dead. Richard's dead. Damn. I don't know what Richard's really been doing this whole time anyway. So we lost Richard. So 5 mains. That's 3. 2 more of the... Sorry, yeah. 2 more of the minor characters. 6 main characters, though. So this is going to be a bloodbath in a minute. Because, oh my god, there's not many of them at all. Dog. They chopped off Dog's head off. They chopped Dog's head off. And, I put it on a spike. That's brutal. And then 1 more for the minor characters, okay? And I'm going to add an extra thing here. A minor. I don't know why there's like an invisible thing there as well. There's like an invisible one there. That's crazy. Gage! So we also lost Gage. So Gage, Kelly, Dog, Richard. They chopped the dog's head off. I can't believe it. Wouldn't it actually be kind of funny though if Alpha did like chop off Dog head off? I don't know. That would be kind of shocking. That would probably enrage fans. That could probably work. And we Gage, because everyone loves a good doggo. But it wouldn't be a zombie, would it? It would just be a head. It would just be a dead head. What the hell's Gage? Is he down here? He's down here. So Gage as well. So, now we've got 6 main character deaths. So if it lands on the invisible one, it's just nothing. And if it lands on a minor, we just roll for the minor characters. So obviously Philip Blake is immune. He's the one character who can't die to the Pike. So he... I guess he's the one, though, who's kidnapped and forced to watch. We'll say that. Oh, no. So we've lost Karen. Brutal. So that's our first big Pike death is Karen. Wait. Oh, shit. I'm going to roll this one. Rolled the wrong one. Oh, it's okay. It's good I think I rolled that. It's a minor character that's going to get killed off. And that minor character is... Oh, shit! Alpha's killing her own daughter again. This happened last time, I swear. So we've lost 6 mains. One's Karen, but then it got redirected to Lydia, which is interesting. So Lydia, R.I.P. Lydia. Sorry, you've only just joined us, but Alpha was on a mad one and decided that she was going to prove herself by killing her own daughter. So that means we've got to do 4 more of these ones. Oh my god. No! Killing off all of our fucking female characters. So Patricia is also a Pike death. So Karen and Patricia are like 2 of the biggest ones. Plus Lydia. I mean, Lydia's pretty shocking too. I mean, losing Earl and Richard and Dog. Fucking hell. Wait, I've done it again. I don't care. Do you know what? No, we won't count that. We won't count that. We'll re-roll. Losing Patricia's fucking rough though. A minor character. Was that Olivia? That landed on Olivia. Fuck it. Olivia, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, mate. You're dead too. And Olivia was a pretty big character too, so that's like, you know, that's another big one too. Patricia, Lydia, Karen. There's gotta be how many more? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. It's all bloody women. Two more. Okay. All the women are dead. Oh no. No. That's such a big one. Morgan as well. Do you know what? We'll go for it. This Alpha has gone hard on us this time. She is absolutely devastated, and she made Philip Blake watch all of it. Oh, losing Karen and Gabriel, both of them, the fucking power couple, the new power couple. That's brutal. But you know what? We'll go with it. We'll stick with it. Anyway, add duels. So we'll add duels to our minor character one now. Right here. So, bit of a bloodbath, but let's now assess. Because I think I've got to fucking add characters anyway. So dead. Who else? We've got Gabriel, Morgan, Lydia. Morgan's added there too. Gabriel, Patricia, and Olivia. Where are you, Olivia? Rightio. So the Pike deaths were a fucking absolute devastation. I mean, losing both Karen and then Patricia and Morgan was like fucking absolutely brutal. Okay, but we've got some characters left. Okay, we've got the governor. We've got Philip. We've got Penny, who's still around and kicking. We've got Ed Peltier, of course, our right-hand man. Judith Grimes is there. Big Tiny, of course, is as well there. GJ, who is Gabriel and Karen's son. Noah is still around. We've got Eric as well. Scott, Dr. Carson, Fat Joey, who obviously defected. Benjamin, Negan, Laura, and Dwight. Okay. And then obviously Marco, Tammy Rose, Rodney, Addie, Connie, Magna, Yumiko, Luke, and then Alpha, Beta. Oh, and Ozzy as well. Ozzy's joined our group too. Rightio, so we've got, does Frances die or join the coalition? Heads, she dies. Tails, she joins. Heads, she dies. Oh, bro, I just don't care. She dies, I don't care. I guess she joins, fine. She joins, Frances joins. It's always a slog getting through these last two seasons, okay? I find these ones the worst to get through. We're not doing this. We're not doing this. We'll just do Who Kills Brandon, okay? Well, we're skipping the Amelia Brandon thing. It's just a Milo thing. It's just, who cares? They died, okay? But we'll do Who Kills Brandon. Who kills Brandon? Actually, it's going to be a main character. Who kills Brandon? Penny. Okay. I like that. Penny kills Brandon. Okay. No, that's pretty cool. So Penny obviously comes across these kids. She's with Brandon, obviously looking for Negan, let's say, because she's trying to recapture Negan. And then, Brandon kills the family, wanting to try and prove Negan or something, or like lure him out or whatever. And then Penny's like, that's not on. Now, obviously, at this point as well, Marco. At this point, we're going to have some main characters. So I probably should have done this before, but I feel like some of these characters probably should have been added to our main wheel. So who have we got? I feel like Dwight has to be added to our main wheel. For our main character wheel. Benjamin is a pretty big character at this point, I'd say. So I'm going to add him as well. He's been around for a while. And then I think we'll add Negan as well, but just by default, because he's survived now from the end of season 6. I think that will be it for now. Yeah, we've got like Scott, but I mean he's always been a minor character, so yeah. Anyway, the Sadiq death. Who gets the Sadiq death? Oh my god. We'll go with it. So Judith, although she's like only just a kid, she discovers that Sadiq is a traitor. Not Sadiq. That Dante is a traitor, and Dante strangles and kills Judith Grimes. So then, which character? I keep rolling the bloody wrong one. Which character kills Dante in revenge? Oh my god. Negan? Okay. So I guess Negan gets out of his cell, and he, yeah, because he'd be bonding with Judith most likely. Yeah, so he kills Dante, who is trapped in a cave. I guess he comes back to kill Dante, because he was, he'd escaped by that point. I don't know. So Big Tiny is trapped in the cave. I know there's Connie, and I probably should roll for the small characters, but whatever. So Big Tiny's trapped in a cave, which basically gives him immunity for a little bit as well. Yeah. IATM. Okay, so we'll add Dante up here. The Dante. Oh, and also Francis. Did I add Francis to the bloody thing? Yep, because she's right there. We've also got to add Gamma. And you know what? Roll for Laura's death. Done. Laura's death. Marco. So Marco, unfortunately, gets Laura's death. Slammed on the bar cells. And then who gets Gamma's death? I'm going to do minor character for Gamma's death, to be honest. I don't consider it main character. Yumiko. So Yumiko gets fucking gutted like a fish by Beta. So that's pretty brutal. R.I.P. Yumiko. And then Earl's death, again, I consider this a minor character. Who is the character who slams their head on a spike? So we killed Marco off. We've killed Yumiko off. And then next character, Fat Joe. No! Fat Joey survived this whole time. Unfortunately gets bit, and he saves the kids by slamming his head on a spike. Although, what kids are even left? It's just GJ. But Fat Joey, what a fucking hero. Which three heads head off to the Commonwealth? Okay. So I think what we'll do here is we'll do one main character, one minor character, and then we'll assess. Penny, I like Penny going. So Penny goes on her own. Well, not on her own. With someone else. With a friend. So Penny goes with Connie? Okay. And another minor character, I think. Connie again? Dr. Carson. Very random group of people. But fair enough. So Connie, Penny, and Dr. Carson all head off to go to the Commonwealth. Now, who kills Alpha? It's a minor character, apparently. I should have done this from the get-go, shouldn't I? This is a more interesting way to do it, I think. Oh well. We know now. It's all about learning. Can't be Dr. Carson, though, can it? Fuck's sake. Laura. Oh, okay. So Laura is the one who kills Alpha in this scenario. Very random, but there you go. That's how it happens. And then finally, we've got... how many people die in the finale? So I'm going to roll a d6, I think. I think that's probably fair. Oh, 6 people. Okay. We're going to really trim the fat. Now, how many of those 6 are main characters? No. We'll do this one. 2. So 2 main characters are going to die. Bro. This is brutal. So one of them probably will lead the herd away. Oh, no! Okay. Okay, so Benjamin dies. I'm going to say fighting Beta. Ed dies, drawing the herd away. It's big sad. Yeah. That's big sad. And then we've got to now kill off 4 more minor characters. I know people are going to be mad at me for killing off so many, but you know what? I like a little bit of a bloodbath, okay? We can fix things now. So Ed, unfortunately, big self-sacrifice, big mid-season, big, like, penultimate season death, especially because he's, like, one of the last season 1 characters left. I think it works, personally. I like that. Benjamin dying, like, helping kill Beta. Francis dies as well, obviously, helping to fight Beta as well, like, and kill the Whisperers. So she dies, self-sacrifice, whatever it may be. R.I.P. Gamma dies too, so the 2 sisters die hand in hand. There's something lovely there, right? There's something nice there, okay? They die protecting each other. Or not protecting each other. They die fighting, to end the evil Whisperers. Yeah. Go away, Alpha. So I don't know. I think that could work. And then we've got, so those 2, Francis, Gamma, 2 more, right? 2 more. Ozzy as well. I mean, whatever. I guess he dies fighting to the bitter end. And then 1 final death. I guess this is the Beatrice death. We'll give the Beatrice death to Jules, so she gets stabbed and then ripped apart. So there we are. So Jules got that death. So Ozzy, Jules, rightio. And then finally, which character, obviously a main character, is the one to kill Beta? No. We're not doing the Georgie thing. So who kills Beta? Eric! Very weird, but okay. So Eric kills Beta. I guess, isn't it like Aaron and Jesus who kills Beta in the comics? So I don't know, maybe that could work. And then we'll add these guys. Now, obviously, there is no Hershel Ree because Glenn died in season 1, and Maggie died in season 3. So, who could Hershel Ree belong to? Let's have a look. So that's Gabriel and Karen's son. Hershel could belong to... I think we're not going to have a Hershel. Hershel doesn't exist. I'm sorry, Hershel. Doesn't really make sense. So there is no Hershel. These guys have just kind of showed up, I guess. Who was banging Leah? Which character was banging Leah this whole time? Losing Ed is so sad, man. I never thought I'd say that. Big Tiny. Big Tiny with his 1 arm, okay? Big Tiny was showing Leah his not so big tiny, maybe. I don't know. Or his big tiny. No, we're not doing these COVID things. I refuse to do the COVID things. We'll do the Leah one because that's kind of interesting, but I'm out of time. I'm out of steam, okay? So we're not doing the Franklin one doesn't happen. He just where are you, Franklin? Franklin, you just died off screen. Didn't I say Big Tiny was in the cave? Oh, fuck it. Big Tiny got out of the cave early, okay? We're not doing the whole Virgil haunted house thing, I guess. Beta's also dead. And Lucille, you died anyway. So that happens the same way. We're not doing the COVID thing. I'm out of steam. I'm out of strength. I'm out of stamina. I'm rambling on here, guys. Gage's death. So we'll roll for the minor wheel here. Who gets the Gage death? Frost. Okay. So Frost repeatedly stabs himself in the chest. Who then gets the cold death? Who's slaughtered by the Reapers? Laura. So damn, we just got the flashback where we found out Laura was like the first person Negan met, like who first saved her, and then she gets slaughtered like that. That's pretty brutal. And then who gets the Duncan death? Scott. So Scott gets shish kebabbed by a bunch of knives, and then eventually slowly bleeds out and dies. And then who gets the Agatha death? Forgets how to kill zombies and then gets torn apart. Tammy Rose. Oh, that's brutal. This I like. I think this is kind of cool. Like all these minor characters from like different points of the season, or different points of the show, kind of all getting killed. Oh my god, I think my computer's having a go as well. My computer's done too, guys. It's like my mind. Frost Death. So who gets captured, tortured, and then eventually killed? I need to remember it can't be Dr. Carson, nor can it be Connie. It's Addie. So Addie is the one who gets kidnapped and then tortured and then killed. Jesus, she's only like a kid. So we need to actually add all that, which is a bit annoying. So Frost, Laura, Scott, Tammy, Rose, Addie. Scott. This is season 11. Scott, Addie, Frost. Where the hell's Frost? So Frost, Laura, Scott, Tammy Rose. So Laura, where the hell's Laura? Laura. Also, Jules is already dead. And Ozzy, you died too. I keep forgetting. And Basie, you're dead too. And you guys are dead. I already said you were died. Addie, Tammy Rose. Tammy Rose. Tammy Rose as well. Okay. Alright. I think we're up to speed. Who kills Pope? So as a main character, has to be a main character, but it can't be Penny because she's at the Commonwealth. Oh, okay. Big Tiny finally doing stuff. Big Tiny kills Pope as well. And then who kills Mancia, the Reaper Preacher? Noah? Or is it going to be Big Tiny again? Big Tiny again, taking out all the Reapers. And then, oh, can Big Tiny go for 3? Can he do 3 in a row? Big Tiny. I don't even know if we don't really know who else is on this mission. So it would be kind of interesting. Okay, I guess Eric's also on this mission. And he too, he takes out Brandon Carver. Interesting. Wait, who was running Hilltop again? I forgot about that. It was Patricia, but she died. I guess Yumiko's taking it over, like she does in the show. Now we've got the Alden Death. Now, I think the Alden Death should be a big character, although maybe I should have added one of these characters to the big list. But oh well. No, I refuse. I refuse that one. He's got plot armor. I'm going to roll again. Just because Big Tiny's done too much, so it doesn't make any sense that he was locked in the church. Noah, however, does make sense. That does work. So Noah was locked in the church this whole time. Big Tiny returns to find that Noah has unfortunately died. And, yeah, it's pretty sad, that, actually. That actually kind of works. So Virgil, Princess, Mercer, Max, Tommy. So we'll add them. And then the free people. I never even removed the pre-people. Okay. So Virgil, Princess, Mercer, Max, Tommy. I guess Penny was like speaking to Max on the radio as well. So we had those guys. We also had Cole. I love how Cole, fucking Duncan, and Agatha are still alive. Elijah, is Elijah still alive? Obviously, Pope's dead. He's dead. She's dead. Big Tiny was banging Leah and then wiped out like her chosen family. We'll add Tommy, Max, and eventually we'll add Annie. I guess Negan's getting with Annie still because Negan is still alive. Right, done. So yeah, we need to add Annie. Done. Oh, I'll just do it now. Annie. Right. What are you even rolling for? Who kills Toby Carson? Oh. It shouldn't even be this. Oh my god, my computer's actually dying from this. Well, it might be Duncan. If it lands on a minor, it was Duncan. It was Dwight. It was nobody. I guess that's the nobody option. I can now remove that option, though. No, we'll roll again. I couldn't remove it before. It was very weird. It was, like, glitched. Who killed Toby Carson? So minor character. So it was Duncan. So Duncan killed Toby Carson. Very random. Anyway, Leah comes back, of course. She's hired. And who gets the Marco death? So who's shot and killed by Leah Shaw? Big Tiny's lady. Rodney. Oh, wow. So Rodney gets shot and killed by Leah. R.I.P. And then which character is the character who then takes out Leah? So we'll do big character now. It's Big Tiny again. I think this thing is forgetting that Philip Blake is the protagonist, but Big Tiny's like our Daryl in a way, isn't he? So who kills Sebastian? I guess this is another big character. Now, do I want to add any characters to this list now? Any need to be mains. So I feel like Princess will add to be... I don't know. I think I'll consider her minor. Thank you very much. Connie went on the mission, so do you know what? We'll consider Connie. We'll consider Connie a main character for now. And maybe Dr. Carson, because he's been here since Dr. Carson's been here since like season 6. So yeah, I guess we'll consider him a new character. But anyway, who kills Sebastian? Which character is the character who pushes Sebastian to the walkers? Oh shit! Okay, no, I like that. Penny Blake pushes Sebastian to the walkers. Oh shit! And by the way, no immunity now for Penny and Philip. They've lost their immunity. So who's the character who kills Lance? So we had the Toby Carson death. We had the Leah was shot and killed as well. And then of course we had... Who just died again? Sebastian as well. And then this is who kills Lance. Dwight! Okay. Dwight finally doing something. So he kills Lance Hornsby. Killed by Dwight. I don't know how that happened. I guess I've run out of like things. I guess Dwight went on the whole helping Lance thing, and with maybe Duncan as help, and then Duncan was the one who took out Lance. Took out Toby Carlson, and then Dwight was kind of in that conundrum with Lance, and then eventually had to shoot him with a crossbow. You know, so Lance still dies the same kind of way. And then finally, who gets shot in the finale? Which character gets shot? And it has to be Ran carried to safety. Thank you, that works. So Penny is shot. She would be like 20 to be fair at this point. But Penny is shot, and Philip has to like rush through the town with an injured with an injured Penny. And do you know what? That's fucking beautiful. That's a beautiful way to end the series. Anyway, we're gonna roll a d20. How many characters bite the bullet? 11. And how many of those characters are main characters? We only roll a d4 here. 3. So we're gonna be losing 3 main characters. That means we'll do them first. So 11 characters. And 3 mains. So which 3 main characters? Actually, well, let's do the little ones first. So what we got? So 11. So we need to do 8 minor characters. So let's wipe out 8 minor characters. Let's have fun, guys. Haha. Ooh. So first one to go is Maxine Mercer. Now, was Maxine even with anyone? To be honest, probably not, because she was just chatting with Penny. But there again, Penny would be like 20 something at this point, so I don't know how old Max is meant to be. Like, she's like late 20s, so maybe, but she's dead. Who cares? So Max gone. First. Next up, we've got Princess. See you later, Princess. Fucking Paul Mercer loses his sister and his girlfriend in one fell swoop. That's brutal. Do you know what? I don't care. Let's just kill them all off. We're doing it. We lose Cole as well. No one cares really about Cole, let's be honest. But he's gone too. So that's 3. Annie as well. Poor Negan's pregnant wife is also killed. 2, 3, 4. Wait, 5. So this is number 5, right? Yeah, 5. Oh no, no! I refuse. I'll give him one pass. One pass for GJ, just because he's the legacy character for Karen and Gabriel. Okay. Well, we'll take out Duncan. Why not? So Duncan's gone as well. Max, Princess, Cole, Annie, Duncan. Wait, Max, Princess, Cole, Annie. Oh, fucking hell, that's only 5. There's 3 more. 3 more. So we lose Agatha as well. This is brutal. This is brutal. We lose Agatha. No one really cares about Agatha though. Tommy as well? Oh no. So Max, Princess, Cole, Annie, Duncan, Agatha, Tommy, and one more minor character, guys. And we call this season a day. Well, we've still got to do 3. Was it 3? 3 main character deaths. Virgil. Okay, so I guess Virgil just kind of dies as well. We'll say Virgil died off screen. Who cares? Virgil should have died in that episode anyway. So 3 main character deaths. Let's see who they are. Okay. So Big Bad Negan. I guess Negan. Now he killed Aiden, if you remember. It's been a while ago. Who obviously was like the governor's governor promised to take care of because he was in love with Deanna. So I'm gonna say that Negan self-sacrifices himself. So Penny, because I'm gonna say he had like a little bit of a thing with both Penny and Judith, like that bond. Oh no! So we've also got to take out another minor character. Very interesting. Luke also dies as well, so he gets his. I guess he gets the same death. But poor fucking Magna has to take him out. Wait, did Yumiko die? I'm so confused. Anyway, one more main character. Wait, where is Yumiko? Wait, Yumiko never died, did she? Or did she die? Am I just being stupid? Brother. Oh yeah, she got Gamma's death. See, my brain is cooked, mate. Yeah. So I guess Yumiko never met her brother. This is why I need to have less decisions, just so I can keep track of everything. Fuck. Okay, so poor Magna, she's just on her own. So anyway, we lost Luke dead. We lost Cole, right? Duncan, Cole, Annie. So Virgil went, he went, Agatha went. We lost. Noah died ages ago, right? Yeah, he got the Alden death. We also lost Rodney at some point. When did Rodney die? Oh yeah, Rodney got the marker death. I forgot about that. This is why I have notes. Negan was the big self-sacrificing death. Oh no, Connie's still alive. So Magna and Connie. Princess died obviously as well. Into the ensuing herds, as did Annie. So and Tommy as well. Tommy died too. Rightio. Oh, one more main character. One more main character death. Let's see who it is. The big final death of the series. Ah, it's Eric. Okay. So Eric is our big last death. I guess Negan could probably be the death as well. But maybe Eric self-sacrifices himself and Negan was the one who was bitten. Doesn't really matter too much, but there you have it. So Eric also sadly died too. And then finally, do they execute Pamela Milton heads? Yes. Yeah. Okay. So they execute Pamela Milton. The governor decides. Oh, the governor. Philip decides no more governors, and he kills Pamela Milton. That's his final line. Okay. So we end the series with who's governor of the Commonwealth? Has to be a main character. Whatever. Dwight is the governor of the Commonwealth. I don't like it, but whatever. So, hang on. Dwight. And then Pamela dead. Rightio. So let's just self-assess and I can end this video. I'm going to have to fucking put it into Sony Vegas because it's going to take like 8 hours to render. I hate my life. So we got Philip Blake, obviously, the governor, or not the governor, because he's not even the governor of the Commonwealth. The governor of the Commonwealth is Dwight. But Philip Blake and Penny, obviously Penny's much older. She's in her 20s now, but I guess she's going ahead and living her life. Maybe she's with Elijah. Yeah, why not? So her and Elijah are a couple. Fuck it, I decided. And Philip is probably not with... Yeah, you know what? Philip's with Connie. Okay, there we go. I've decided. Philip's with Connie. Okay. Penny's with Elijah. You got Big Tiny with his one arm. And what was he? He was banging... He's like the Daryl, right? So he's now gone off to do his own thing. Dr. Carson's around as well. He was the guy who saved Penny in the end. So he was the loyal doctor right until the end. He saved Penny after she was shot. So he's chilling in the Commonwealth. Dwight is the governor of the Commonwealth. He's just taking that leadership role. Big Tiny's doing his own thing, going out there. Mercer's probably still in charge of like the army, right? And you got GJ, who I guess is being raised by, I don't know, fuck it, Magna. Magna's in charge of Alexandria. Why? Because why the fuck not? She's got nothing better to do. And she's also helping to raise Karen and Gabriel's son. So there you go. That is the video. Hope you fucking enjoyed. If you want to see your own custom one, then send me money. Goodbye.